Yo, 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 yo. Big up everybody. Big up floors for the raid that we just had. Covers just the raid that he just had from the members Q&A. Big up to everybody who has come over to the Afcon 2025 preview and prediction show where we will be previewing the upcoming Afcon that starts this Sunday on the 21st of December versus Morocco versus Comoros. And obviously I'm about to introduce my co-host for this show, where their team is actually in the Afcon, unlike my team. If you don't know, I'm Ghanaian. My team, my bum ass team, didn't make it to the Afcon, couldn't, but we somehow made it to the World Cup. Just for a quick reminder, but their team is in the Afcon, so we will. And there might be one of the dark horses. There might be one of the favorites. I don't know. It depends on who you are, man. But I'm about to introduce the two. You guys already know them. Prime, Victor. What were you guys saying?
The man said they might be one of the dark horses. They might be one of the favorites. Fuck off.
Nah, what's it called? It's like, I mean, you know your own people though. They one thing they will do is always talk about how they can go and win the Afcon. They will always be like favorites, and especially after what happened with the World Cup qualifiers, there's probably some who expect you guys to make a deep run. So it's like I'm I'm so me personally, I don't expect it, but just to make it clear before anybody gets at me, no, I do not expect Nigeria to actually make a deep run in this Afcon. But bless you as well. But yeah, I yeah, I don't have Nigeria as one of my favorites, so just had to make sure and make it clear in it. But
you don't have us as one of your favorites.
I was just saying the question, like I said, there might be some who think Nigeria will go far.
Bro, I've been watching a lot of previews for Afcon and stuff, right? And
Yeah,
then some of the like Nigerian content creators and stuff like that, for the same people who were crashing out about us not making the World Cup and how shit the team is and whatever, are the same ones saying you have to make up for not making the World Cup by winning Afcon. Like,
yeah,
brother, no.
That's a fair point, though. That's a fair point. That's exactly a fair point.
you know, it's a fair point. It's a fair point.
But we're not going to. They're saying that
No, but
we
it's a-
must. Brother.
Nah, but this is the thing. Okay, then let me ask you the question then. Did they also predict Nigeria to go and actually win it, or what's his saying? Hey, Malek Omar in the chat as well. Yo, Flo, if you're watching, can you send Omar the link as well? Because I don't have, or Brian, can you send Omar the link? Because I don't have his contacts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I let Omar join as well. But no, but they're Brian. But did the people also say that they also predict Nigeria to win, or is it just one of them ones where they say they don't believe they will win or they will make it far, but you just must because what happened in the World Cup qualifier?
They're going off of like gas.
Or just pure gas, just the anger.
No, some predict us to win. Some are like, you know, the like delusional belief,
Yes,
all that type of stuff. So yeah, wow.
yes. So pretty much like Arsenal fans, like pretty much like believing that they could go and do it all.
Bro,
Yeah,
we're low key the Arsenal of Africa.
yeah. This was this was what I'm saying. Like regardless which show it is, it's an Afcon. It's an Afcon preview, but we're still gonna slander Arsenal. We find a way. We find a way. But this is what I was saying, that even though I don't believe Nigeria is a favorite or a dark horse, just from the fact that I know your people, there will be people who will say, even if they don't believe it, Nigeria should still win it. That's what I have to say. Are the favorites? Do you believe they're favorites? Do you believe they're dark horse? I don't know, but we're gonna go into that anyway, man. So yeah, I think we could start off quickly. Since both of your teams are actually in the tournament, because obviously Prime is Nigerian, Victor's Nigerian. So, if you guys could give me quick thoughts here about what your expectations are for Nigeria in this Afcon coming up? I think this would be a good way to start off a conversation.
Oh, we're starting with Nigeria. Okay.
I mean, both like we would start off with Ghana if Ghana was in the tournament, but Ghana's not in the tournament. Like generally speaking, like I'm like, it's kind of funny because I'm excited for Afcon, but I'm kind of not excited because I know all tournament what I will be doing is I'm gonna be hate watching like literally every game.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
but if
but
Ghana
hate,
was, but I
hate
would be
watching
more
the
excited.
tournament is kind of cool, no? I don't
That
mind hate
is
watching the
cool.
tournament.
That is cool. But I want to have my own team also involved with it. So it's like, yo, fuck it. Like we might win it, we might not. I don't know. Innit?
But to be fair, you're only hate watching Nigeria.
No, I will. Like the only teams that okay, I keep it back. The only teams I would not be hate watching are the North Africans because the West Africans, South Africans, yeah, nah, we good, man. Central
Right,
Africa.
you don't wait. So you hate other Africans besides Nigerians?
When it comes to the football thing, I want none of y'all to do actually well, actually. But there's priorities. Like there's teams. For example, I would hate Cameroon more. I would hate Cameroon, DR Congo more than I would hate Morocco and Algeria, for example.
Okay,
Even if
yeah.
we do not, even if we do not have any sort of relations or anything like that.
Okay, so for us, it's like so for us, it's like we're Arsenal to you, basically. You hate us
Pretty
above
much.
everyone else. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, I heard that.
Exactly. Yeah.
I heard
Exactly.
that.
So I think I will start off with you then. So Brian, what's your obviously you very vocal about Nigeria.
Yeah.
What's your current thoughts at the state of the team, and what do you think is going to happen for Nigeria in this Afcon?
Uh, I said this after I've been saying that we wouldn't go to the World Cup. We weirdly enough managed to somewhat turn it around to go into the playoffs, and then people started getting gassed, like, "Oh, we can go to the World Cup and qualify." Um, I was surprised that we even made it past Gabon. Um, we rightly lost to Congo, and people started talking. The manager started talking about apparently there was judge or whatever involved, brother. This is
Yeah.
Africa. Everyone's using judge, bro. So it doesn't count. We can't use it as a negative. We use it as well, bro. We just use it poorly.
Hey, this is crazy.
But yeah, no, we're not
Oh,
making out
man.
of this group. And
Hmm.
on paper, I get it. The group we have isn't tough, but I know what we're like. Um,
Yeah. Oh, people, we will get to the groups as well, every single one, but order by order
yeah,
by order.
but I
We
just look
just
at
give
like
you
the
thoughts.
groups, and we against lesser sides we struggle because we just don't take them. We're kind of like Chelsea against the small sides. We don't take them seriously, so we struggle. But when we face the big nations, we tend to step up and we tend to do well. Um, and I see us struggling in the group for that reason. Now, could we be one of the best third place teams and come out of the group? Maybe, but I don't see us being top two regardless. I look at what we've called up. Aina's injured. Our best centre back is Benjamin Fredericks. He's injured.
Yeah.
Calvin Bassey's in the squad, and our captain Chusa Kong. To be fair, I don't even rate him, but our captain he retired like a few days, like a week ago or two,
Yeah, just before
and
the
he's not
tournament
going.
began.
So the whole thing's a mess. I look at the players we've called up, and like there's certain players in the squad that haven't played for Nigeria in like years and stuff like that, and it's just, for me, it's just really uninspiring. However, if I'm going to be fair and balanced, last Afcon going into the tournament with the manager Jose Placero, we had like a 38 win percentage or something during his
Yeah.
reign going into Afcon, and we managed to make the final when it wasn't expected. So I don't think that's going to happen again this year, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not looking forward to Nigeria, but I am looking forward to the tournament in general.
Mm.
Victor, what about you? Do you echo the same thoughts? Do you think different?
Yeah, I think somehow the team managed to look worse than we was last year. It just looks like to me, just gone, fuck it, we can't defend. So let's fucking score as many goals as we can. Like, I just look at the list and the attackers took like 3 spaces. Like, where have you seen that before? And the defense just looks like imbalanced. The defense just looks imbalanced. Like, it's just like, it's all over the show. I think Nigeria will make out the group. I think Nigeria will just scrape it to make it out. I think I was looking at it before. 100% loses to Tunisia. 100%. That's the most confirmed loss of all time.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the groups.
Yeah, you're gonna get it, but like I'm already looking at the games that we can and can't win.
Yes,
and it's looking like it's gonna be like a final day, second place finish or something.
Yeah,
Like we're gonna need to rely on other results to go our way for us to make it to next stages, and then rely on luck. I don't face like a tough team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bram, you wanted to say something?
No, you said that we're not going to beat Tunisia, bro. Like,
I saw that Tunisia draw and I went, yeah, confirmed loss, man.
Yeah, no, I know Tunisia. Like, they're good. They're a good team defensively. Like, they're boring to watch, to be fair, but like they are a good side. But they're the best side in that group.
I agree with that.
Something tells me we might be able to get a result against them. I don't think we beat. I don't think we beat Uganda, bro.
I saw we lost to Uganda before.
I really don't think we beat Uganda. Like this is Victor's right. The team's like so uninspiring, and even the attackers we have brought. Like, listen, people try and say a lot of stuff about against Osimhen and stuff, right? But he is the only real quality we have in that attack.
Yes.
I'll be real. Like, we also have Lookman, but Lookman's barely played this season. Not due to all his own like fault, to be fair. Like the manager was doing a lot of bullshit. But
we're trying to force it out, isn't it?
Yeah, he hasn't really played much this season. Iwobi is the only like creative player we have, and we play him just about everywhere else, but in the 10. Indeed is the captain now. He's the only DM we have, and he's old as hell. And has no legs. I know Nigerians are getting gassed about Chukwueze and the goals he's scoring. I'm seeing Nigerians say that, oh, he's better than Saka because he has more GA. Brother, like, I'm done with this guy. Like,
he's not. Let him run, bro. Any Saka slander, I appreciate it.
Well, oh yeah, but like, still, I'm like, bro, I used to defend this guy in my life, but I've given up on him, bro. And you have Moses Simon, who should be playing wingback if we still play the back three. So, like, I don't know. I'd rather just try and get results but we're gonna try and play this like attacking, like brand of football. We're gonna create a bunch of chances, but none of them are going to be good enough chances. We're gonna take off Osimhen in games, and then we'll start crossing the ball when he's not on the pitch. Like, it's just gonna be a bunch of bullshit, and then we'll get knocked out, and then Jez will laugh for like an hour.
All I'm saying is, the moment you go, the next Q&A on that one, we will have a section on that. Like, don't get it mistaken. Like,
but then you're gonna laugh and make jokes as if I didn't say we're going out anyway.
Nah, you know what? I will make jokes not when you say something. I make the joke to the people who actually are, because I do know some people here who actually generally believe Nigeria is gonna not win it, but say a deep run. I don't even see a deep run personally, and there's obviously a lot of reasons for it as well.
But it's not even a lot of people. The thing is, Jez, if we win our first game, more or less everyone will start believing.
I heard.
We'll win the first game, and everyone will start saying, "Oh, we can make the final of Afcon." Just win it.
The funniest part about the funniest part is because you're playing Tunisia as well. It's the first game, and like it's just predictable. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Tunisia. I'm pretty sure it's Tunisia. One second, let me check. Unless they fucked it up. Yeah, Tunisia is your first game.
Oh.
Yeah, it's your first game.
Yeah, I think we'll beat Tunisia, but we won't win the other two games.
Yeah,
because like we do that against better sides, and we'll take Tunisia seriously.
I will, when we get to Group C, we're gonna get there, because obviously I have made some look. I was looking into some stuff, and I was thinking, you will hear what I have to say, but I think let me bring up the shared screen real quick. So I think we can best start off now since we quickly talk about Nigeria. And yes, people, Ghana didn't make before anybody asks about where's Group G.
What group? Yeah, what group's Ghana in? Yeah,
This group is Ghana in. Like we in Group L. This is the World Cup for this is the World Cup group.
you're we in group L. Yeah,
That's right, bro. We in Group L, man. We in Group L.
He's in group L. He's in group L with Ghana.
England, Panama, Croatia.
You're facing England.
Hey, you guys only said which group you're in. I told you which group.
Hey, something I want to say, right, before we go to the talking about the other groups and stuff, right?
Yes,
bro. I've been doing like my own research and stuff, bro. Morocco, the facilities and stuff they have for this Afcon is actually amazing. The stadiums they have built. I think all the teams that are going, like you know how they're all in separate hotels for camp and stuff. They have like, I think like 5-star facilities and stuff of where each team is staying and everything. It's actually amazing.
Nah, like bro, like
genuinely, it's amazing.
It's insane and like home, like it's across the North African football nations when it comes to the football style of thing. But Morocco, and I think Algeria is another country as well. Those two in particular, they put in a lot of money, not just making sure that not only the youth can develop at the best way possible, but also that the leagues can play to a decent standard as well. So you have to, and this is why they are some of the best teams in the whole country. Also, people, I'm about to introduce yourself another member of this preview as we like the advantagemen on this channel. When somebody pops up, just even if it wasn't expected, they will show up. And I'm a big up to my guy, Omar Talks Football. People, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Omar, what we saying, bro?
What's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? Listen, looking forward to the Afcon. Always love this tournament. My favorite tournament out of all the international tournaments, honestly. Right, so I'm biased. It is what it is. But yeah, man, I'm excited. Obviously, a little bit disappointed. Gambia decided to not turn up this time around, unfortunately. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yes, you can hit watch it. Yes.
Yeah, like hey, at least it makes it like 2 people on the panel now who are not in the Afcon, 2 people who are in the Afcon on the panel. So at least it's some balance. So I think we might as well just go straight into the group since Gambia is in the group in the tournament. Or I would have gone and quickly speak about Gambia as well. So one second, let me share my screen real quick. And then let's start. Yeah. 1 sec. All right, cool. Let me zoom in as well while I'm at it. Can you guys see it?
Yeah, we can see it.
All right, cool. Yeah. So people, this is this year's Afcon 2025 Group A. They consist of Comoros, Mali, Morocco, and Zambia. I think I'm gonna start off with my prediction. I'm gonna start off with my prediction of what I have down this group as. Where 1 sec. So I had obviously the host nation is Morocco for anybody who doesn't know, because some people still get confused where the tournament is held at, and it's very simple. It's Morocco. So the host nation is obviously gonna be in there. Then, and I have them first. Then I have that group following up with Mali, Comoros, and Zambia. Which in this group I expect Morocco to kind of just not breeze through this, but I say it should be a more of a comfortable ride. I feel like this low key when I went through all the groups is the group of life out of all the groups. I think this should be the most straightforward group in my opinion, where Morocco is easily the best team. They have the home advantage. Every game is going to be a home game, and I feel like even though yes, Afcon is always very unpredictable, there's a lot of pressure as well on the Moroccan team to go and perform in this Afcon. Even arguably say should go and actually try to win it. What do you guys thought, man? I'll go with Omar actually, since he just joined. Omar, what's your thoughts on Group
A? Yeah, Group A, I think on paper does look a little straightforward. I think the 2 teams that are the favorites together in this group is definitely Morocco and Mali. I think that when you look at Morocco, they're arguably the best country in the whole of Africa, right? But we haven't really seen them really show their best quality in Afcons, right? They do well in the World Cup. They always are always incredible, representation outside of Africa. But
Yes.
I feel like when I'm watching them in the Afcon, sometimes you just sense that there's a level that they're not at their level, right? They're not really showing their best level when they're playing the Afcons, right? Especially in the last edition, right? They got knocked out around the 16. That was very disappointing, especially after coming, from a semifinals of a World Cup. We kind of expected them to, win the whole thing or at least make the semifinals, right? And they got knocked out of the around the 16 by South Africa. However, in this case, I feel like there's more pressure on them, like you just mentioned, Jess. I think because they are the host nation, the country is going to be expecting them to perform. You understand what I mean, right? And I think that's why I feel like they will definitely pull their level up in this tournament. You understand what I mean, right? So yeah, I think definitely they will, win this group. Now, the big question is, are they gonna win all three games? I think their first game obviously is against Comoros, which I expect to win, but they'll be taking on Mali, which is definitely I feel like it will be the big game to judge who will win this group. So I do think that they are going to probably get 9 points out of a possible 9 in this one, because I do expect them to win in their second game against Mali, because they will play their best team. But yeah, I do expect them to win this group and Mali being second. And as far as the other two teams is concerned, is Comoros and Zambia. I can tell you this: Comoros were in the same group with Gambia, so I can tell you they finished top. They actually we drew against them in away at Comoros, and they beat us actually to qualify. They beat us 2-1. They beat Tunisia during that run as well. They beat Tunisia. They beat Madagascar. So they were very good. I think they went undefeated in the qualifiers. So, and they were in the edition in 2022. They came out of the group. They actually, remember, they actually beat Ghana in the group stages.
Yeah.
So we know they are a team that can perform upsets. So don't sleep on them. And Zambia is a very unpredictable story. Like we know, they've always been that country. Have always participated in the Afcons, and they always do well. To be fair to them, so it's a very interesting group, to say the least. But I do expect that Mali and Morocco will definitely be the two teams too.
Yeah, just to confirm, you have Comoros finishing third, yeah.
So right now, I'm going to put Comoros ahead of Zambia. Yes.
Yes, okay, because obviously the third place, as people, is kind of similar to other European or World Cups, where the third place, the fourth and third best teams can qualify into the next round as well. Yes. So it's important to know which teams are finishing third. I think Brian literally just went on mute real quick, so if he's not here, I'll go to Victor. Your quick thoughts on Group A. In which order do you think everybody's going to finish? And hey, if you don't know much about Comoros or Zambia, that's fine as well. Just give us just your thoughts on it.
I think, like Omar said, like Morocco should be the favourites. Every game they're playing is a home game. As you said, the last Afcon was really, really disappointing. Like everyone expected so much for them after a very high World Cup. Like they thought they would have gone really far in the Afcon. And apart from that, they got a very talented squad. If they don't get 9, they'll probably get 7. Maybe draw to Zambia or something. But I think they should top that group. No worries. Like you said, the Comoros. I think they were in the last Afcon, right? I don't remember them.
No, they didn't participate in the last one.
But they participated in an Afcon. I remember.
Yeah, they participated in the edition before that.
Yeah. You're thinking about the one where they beat us in that Afcon.
Yeah,
that was 2022.
Is that the one? That's one Senegal one, right?
Yeah, this was the Senegal one.
Yes. Yeah. So I do remember them from then. They were interesting team then. I don't know about now because I don't particularly follow them now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the best for them is just to try and be the best third place team, which might be a little bit difficult because I know we'll go to other teams where other groups are a lot more difficult.
Yes.
Obviously, that's the best. That's probably the best they could do.
Yeah, that's fair. Because the one thing I do say, which is funny, quick story on Comoros as well. When they finished ahead of us in that 2021 Afcon, story came out actually after that group stages where it was said how in 2010 they started changing up things on how they were operating in the FA and how they were going to develop their talents. And the funny part is they actually took a blueprint from the Ghanaian teams back in 2010, 11, 12, them years, which is funny because then they were able to finish ahead of us in that Afcon group. And now, obviously, since then, they're actually really like they're not a big nation in this football thing at all, but you can see any progression each year that you see, and that's why you can see them World Cup, especially with expanded World Cups. If they end up being in qualifying groups that there's good chances to qualify ahead other teams. Maybe in a couple years' time, you can see them actually be at a World Cup because they're actually each year. Seems like there's some development when it comes to Comoros, but I feel like nations like Mali and Morocco, as we said, I just think they just got a bit more about them.
They got too much quiet.
It's just exactly. So it's going to be interesting with Mali because Bissouma, obviously the standout player. Obviously, funny enough, he just a couple weeks ago recorded himself with doing balloons and shit like that. So I don't know, and he hasn't played all season as well. So he is going to come into this game with into this tournament with no much fitness, no mixed sharpness. So it's going to be interesting to see how he's actually going to perform going into this tournament. But Brian, you there? Because if Brian's not there, I think we just
sorry, I'm here. I was just trying to find something.
Okay,
this group. I think it's pretty straightforward. Morocco top it, and Mali in second.
Okay, and you got, and I would imagine it's well for you. Comoros third, right? Or you think somehow can?
I don't know much.
If you're not familiar with them, that's cool as well. Then just pick a team.
For what you guys said about Comoros, then I'll take your word for it. Comoros third.
Okay, I think that's common. I think everybody got the same opinions pretty much on the group, and like I said, it's the group of life in my opinion. It should be straightforward, which brings us then to Group B. Group B that consists of Angola, Egypt, South Africa, and Zimbabwe. And for me in this group, I had South Africa finishing actually first, which might be controversial for some people, but I have South Africa finish the group first, Egypt second, Angola third, and Zimbabwe ending last. For Zimbabwe, quick and simply, I just think all three teams are just not a match to they're just not a match to them. I just think it's if you couldn't go and get a surprise result against any of those, will be a good result. You just there trying to see, and you're just gonna try to go into the tournament and see and trying to play football and hope that you can maybe get a result. But Zimbabwe, it's not looking good. No, Angola, I don't think they have enough. I just don't think with Angola they have enough to finish ahead of Egypt and South Africa, just from a talent perspective alone. But the reason why I have them ahead of Zimbabwe is because when you actually go through the last doing that World Cup qualifier, they actually ran that far. They don't concede a lot, but they don't also score a lot. And I feel like that alone would just help them finish third in this group, which gets done us to the top two places, which with South Africa. The reason why I went with South Africa over Egypt is because, as people know, or people that don't know, majority of the team all play in South Africa. There's maybe very few players who actually do not play in South Africa in their leagues. So I feel like with the way they've been performing over, and I went actually back on it, and Egypt is kind of similar to as well with their results, but South Africa, I think they haven't lost in the last 15 or something. They just don't, and if they have lose, and if they did lose, they maybe lost like once or twice. So it's like, I just think with them getting the height of the world, getting into the World Cup, especially on the last day against Rwanda in the qualifiers, over Nigeria by the way, but but also the fact that as a team they're just playing really well. Everybody understands each other. I just feel like the chemistry is just too good, and especially for tournaments as well. It's important that it's one thing is talent, but the team needs to be in sync. Like all of them
Yes.
have to be working together, and that's why you see that's why, for example, nations like Croatia, they can always make big runs in the World Cup. Why? Because the players need to understand each other. There's a good understanding of everybody's abilities, their strengths, their weaknesses, and I think with South Africa, there's something similar. That's why I have South Africa over Egypt. But this time I just go based on what I'm seeing. Brian, what's your thoughts on Group B?
I think the two teams in that group is South Africa. Egypt, for me, I've been saying for a year now that they're my pick to win this Afcon. And one of my reasons for that really was because, one, it's being held in Morocco, and North African teams tend to have a big advantage whenever it's held in North Africa. And two, with how Salah and Mamouche are playing, Salah finally isn't just doing it on his own for Egypt. He has attack to be able to feed off of. Now, Marmouche, I know he's fit now, but up until maybe the last month, he was injured for quite a while for City, and Salah's not really been great this season. So I don't know how that's gonna go, but at least for my prediction anyway, there's a hope that they could still be enough for that Egypt team to be able to fire them to a tournament win. Because Egypt, I've been telling people, Egypt actually have a good side. They do have a really good side. They just need more than just relying solely on Salah. They need another option. South Africa, I like the fact that the majority of the players they call up come from within that league. Where you look at some of their best players, Ronan Williams and Mokwena, who plays in midfield. I think they've got a very good side. I think they can go quite. And Angola were good last tournament as well, considering how far they went. So I think those will be the three that come out of that group. I'm gonna say Egypt top the group, South Africa second, Angola third. But it's going to be quite close between all three.
Okay, I think that sounds about right. By the way, before I go to Omar, Brian, your picture froze. Just to let you know, so I don't know what's going on. Yeah.
Oh, I'm frozen. One second.
Yeah, you're frozen. Yeah. But meanwhile, when you try to fix that, I go to Omar. Omar, thoughts on Group B for you?
Yeah.
Big up from Ice Gaming as well, by the way. Big up the chat as well, by the way.
Big up. But yeah, I mean, look, this is a quite an interesting group, right? We have 4 teams that, they've done a lot of things, right? Surprise performances and all that. But I'll be honest with you, this group is definitely as interesting as it looks, right? I agree with you when you mentioned the South Africa team. Now, this South Africa team, they really strike me very similar to how the Egyptian team of the early 2000s were. You remember that Egyptian team, like players like Abu Trika, what's his name, Ahmed Hassan, all of their top players, right? Nobody in Europe who was watching Afcon at the time knew any one of those players, apart from maybe Mido and maybe
the team.
Right? The Egyptian team that did the 3P, right?
3P, yeah.
Yeah, that team, and Zaki and Mido were the only players I think European fans knew. The rest of the squad, if you weren't African, you didn't know a lot of these players because most of them, all of them were playing in the Egyptian league. Like Abu Trika. Like as Africans, we know who Abu Trika is because he absolutely cooked in African football. You understand what I mean, right? So when I look at the South Africa team, having that, that kind of that in-league squad that you have, right? Like you just mentioned, it increases the chemistry, right? And we know when it comes to international football, it's not always about having the superstars. You understand what I mean, right? It's having the right team. You understand what I mean, right? Sometimes having the right team goes a long way. The Egyptian squad proved it. They had an incredible team. They had a lot of great players, but that was a good team. That's why they cooked all of the best teams in Africa. Because remember, around that time, when they were doing the 3P, you had the golden generation of Ivory Coast. You are the golden generation of Nigeria. You are the golden generation of Ghana. You are the golden generation of Cameroon. And none of those teams could win the Afcon around that time because Egypt was just dominating. You understand what I mean, right? And with South Africa, they strike me as one of those teams where they have the potential to be that. You understand what I mean, right? Where nobody will know their players, but you know not to underestimate them. And when it comes to Egypt, they're a very interesting case. They have this tendency where they can come to an Afcon and they can play so well they can just go reach the finals out of nowhere, right? Or sometimes they will just come in and they'll just flatter to deceive, right? I'm interested to see how they're going to look in this tournament because, look, when it comes to Mohamed Salah, this is probably his last biggest chance of winning the Afcon. Let's be honest, he's not getting any younger, right?
Yes.
And he's got a good squad this time around to really go out there and actually compete and win the thing, right? So yeah, like Prime mentioned it. I feel like now he's got a lot of good quality around him where he can, trust his teammates more to kind of, pull their own weight. You understand what I mean, right? In the squad, not put everything on his shoulders, and maybe that's what he needs. That's what he needs. And Angola. Look, I know you guys are talking about Angola being close, but let me just remind you of one thing about Angola. Angola are one of those nations who sometimes they come to the Afcon, they perform, and then sometimes they just come to Afcon and they just flatter to deceive. We've seen it. They do it. They had a great tournament. Yeah, they had a great tournament 2 years ago, right? In Cote d'Ivoire, right? When they went to the quarterfinals and they lost to Nigeria. That was an incredible performance. But before that, they didn't even make it to the Afcon the year that we went because they were in the same group with Gambia and we beat them twice to qualify. So I'm just like, that's the problem with Angola. You just never know. They can just come and they can just be awful in this tournament. And Zimbabwe, I'm not expecting anything from them. They never do anything in this tournament. So I think realistically, the interesting one, Jess, because can South Africa's team of good squad overtake the superstar team of Egypt? I think they can. I think you know what it is also about this group. It's not always about getting 9 points. I can see this group going in a way of like where South Africa could win the group by like 7 points, and Egypt could win the group by 5 points, where they can just have 2 draws and a win and they qualify. Or they can both have like 7 points and one of them just wins the group by goal difference.
Yeah, this is what I was thinking. That there is a situation where both could actually finish on the same point, but the goal difference will matter.
Yes, and if it comes to that, I'll probably lean very close to Egypt because I don't know. I mean, to be fair, Egypt scored a lot of goals during qualifiers, though. You know what I mean, right? So
no, they did.
Maybe I could. I'm gonna just tip it towards Egypt, but it's gonna be very close, very close. And we're not surprised with South Africa.
Nah, that's fair enough.
I'm giving it to Angola, just to be clear. Angola third and Zimbabwe fourth.
Zimbabwe last. Okay, cool. Just quickly, I go to through the chart. Big up C as well. He says, he's talking about Egypt, but their manager is breaking down the squad. That's my opinion on Egypt. Hano, who's actually Hano, big up to you. He's South African. He says, we will probably qualify from this group. Egypt are hit and miss. We are one of the most informed nations, and this is what kind of like my point as well. Like I was before you joined, I said about South Africa. They literally, I think, like you can go back the last 15. There's probably only just one loss, and the rest is just wins and draws. They play really well. They are really playing some good football in recent times. And also, Hano says this is probably the second toughest group because it really depends on the day with majority. Yeah, definitely. And Egypt does have the advantage of being a country that's really close to Morocco as well, geographically, where they will have fun of the traveling as well. But South Africans do travel well, from my knowledge at least. So we will see. That will definitely be a game that we will hopefully be live for as well. And obviously, bigger size ball, big up Jess, big up the panel, come on, bro, big up to you. And obviously, Flores who is big up to Flores as well, letting us do this Afcon preview, but also doing the whole of the Afcon watch alongs as well coming up as well. So big up to you. And as he said, run up the likes, subscribe, people, come and support. We will be it will be a good vibe. This Afcon will be a good vibe like the last one. But yeah, man. But yeah, Victor, your thoughts on Group B before we go to Group C?
I think I agree more with what Omar said. In terms of, yes, South Africa are the most informed team. They've got the most chemistry at the moment, but it's they only need to win like 3 games and they're through. You know what I mean? Oh, sorry, not 3 games. They need to win 2 games and not lose. Although I probably don't only need to win.
I think one win will actually do enough, to be honest.
I don't think that they have to necessarily like have to outplay anyone, and that's why I think sometimes quality outshines that. Like they got the quality in the team. I think Salah, because it's probably going to be his last international tournament, has got something to prove to everyone. Like he's gonna try and want to leave with the bang, especially after all the criticism he's got. And then Mamouche has not been in the greatest form in the Premier League. Obviously, he's not been playing, but even still, when he plays, he's not really been in the greatest form. But obviously, this is something that he can do to build his fitness. We know sometimes African players, like, they play very different to the national team from their, like South American, sometimes they play very much different to African teams compared to their Premier League teams because some of them actually, like, care. And Mamouche is one of those players who cares a lot about Egypt. Like, bro always wants to play for Egypt. Like, his lifelong dream, stuff like that. So, yeah, I think they might not go far in the tournament, but I think they top the group. South Africa second. I'll love if we're going to watch along for the Egypt South Africa game.
Yeah, we do. Like, I'm most like if the time is right, I'm most likely definitely gonna be there, or somebody else is gonna be there, depending. But most likely that game will be streamed.
Well, maybe we won't do watch along, but I'll definitely watch that game as well.
Yes.
Yeah. And in Angola, there was like, I'm sure someone said it as well. There was that like Afcon tournament when they're looking at the dark horses, and then lost to us, and then I was like, oh, actually, probably never mind.
Yeah, Omar just mentioned it in the Afcon, the Afcon just before this one, and then the Afcon before that one, they weren't even in the tournament.
Yeah, so it's very like maybe this is a tournament where maybe they do turn up, so we'll see. But I have them third, and Zimbabwe last because we don't really hear much about Zimbabwe.
No, not really at all. So just to confirm quickly, I'm pretty much everybody's group is the same bar me, where I have South Africa first, Egypt second, Angola third, and Zimbabwe fourth, and you three have Egypt first, South Africa second, Angola third, and then Zimbabwe last, right?
What is the first game of that group?
It's Angola.
South Africa playing Angola, and Egypt are playing Zimbabwe.
No, okay. So they're not even playing each other first. Okay.
Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah, it even says it on the side. Actually, it actually says on the side as well here. So South Africa play Angola, Egypt playing Zimbabwe.
So when do Egypt and South Africa play each other?
Give me just 1 second. I can tell you this for a second because I'm gonna go on my phone real quick to just see that.
Actually, I can do this myself.
I can do it if you want to. Don't worry. Yeah. It's the second game. Both of them play in game week 2.
Ooh, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, Egypt take on South Africa in the game week 2. So I mean, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. That game between Egypt and South Africa is going to be one to watch because
I think whoever who wins that game will top the group.
Yeah, we will top the group. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. And you know what's funny, right? I don't even think Angola are gonna be one of the best third place teams. I can genuinely see them. I don't know, maybe even getting a draw, maybe 2 draws. Maybe they might get a draw against Egypt and Zimbabwe and somehow finish third.
They're not one of my teams that I think gonna finish as one of the best third teams either. To be honest, I think it's gonna be one of them ones where they might get 3 points if they can beat Zimbabwe. I think this is the game where they really have to focus. But
One thing I would say about
points.
Zimbabwe is when you watch them in the Afcons, right? They don't just come to the tournament just kind of like lose all three. That's one thing about you notice about Zimbabwe. They never like finish with a whimper. They usually get a point somewhere. Either it's 1 point, 3 points, 2 points. They get points. Like that's why I feel like it wouldn't even shock me if they stunned like Angola in this tournament and actually beat them in one of the games. Because they did it in their last tournament. They beat Guinea in 2022. Even though they finished bottom, they actually beat Guinea in their like last game 2-1.
Yeah, I remember that result, and this I think that's the beauty about Afcon, where like even if there's a team that you expect to finish last, they can't come out there. Like one thing about Africans, and we all know it on the panel, we're very prideful enough. So
yes, we are.
We just know people that want to come out there and just lose every game, like in the Euros, man. So like unlike other countries in Europe, but Sai quickly. I go to Sai's comment quickly. He asked me, "Just don't you think South Africa's defense is a concern?" Yeah, they do concede stupid goals, but even when you go through the last few runnings, they barely concede any goals. And and when they do game wins, even when they do win games, they win them actually comfortable in those games. There's very few games I would say where you look at South Africa and say they're the second best in the team.
They concede like stupid goals sometimes, but they don't concede a lot of goals. They're a good side defensively, and they have one of the best goalkeepers.
Yeah,
he's
actually one of the few goalkeepers actually. He's probably one of the few. He's probably one of the top. He's probably top 3 keeper in the whole tournament.
I'd say he's the best one, personally.
Would you think? Would you take him over Bruno, Morocco?
Yes, but again, it's like Bono's also a very good goalkeeper as well. Like,
no, you're right. You're right on that.
You said 3. Who's the third one?
Honestly, top 3 because it just sounds better. Like if I say top 2, it kind of sounds ass to be honest.
I think South Africa's goalkeeper is fairly highly rated. I don't even know who he is. But
he's really like he was really like he was one of the reasons why they even were able to make the last run in the last tournament. Like
that's what I was saying.
Even in general, he's just and doing the qualifiers.
I think Edward Mendy is still Senegal's number 1, right?
He's still number 1.
Senegal's number 1. Yeah, yes.
He does well for Senegal. So
he does, to be fair. So it's like that's why I said top 3 just came to my mind because it sounds better. It's not saying top 2. So this is the first group. This is actually the first group where we actually do not all have the same opinion, but there's similar.
Yeah, because it's an open group. Like there's like 2 teams that have the similar quality, so it's harder to like
Yeah, I 100% agree, and I'm not even mad at you guys thinking if Egypt is first. Like it's very possible, but Group C, people. That consists of.
We can skip that.
Nah, come on, man. Come on. I feel like this will be a good. This will be a good group. This will be good to talk about.
Come on, people. Like, I know. We are also. I know we all have our lives, but we gotta go through these groups, man. We said so. Yeah, Group C, people. They consist of Nigeria, Tunisia, and Uganda. And I'm gonna start off by saying, I actually do not have for any people that actually thinks I'm trying to be shameless here. I do not have Nigeria first in this group. I do not have them. I actually have them second. I actually have them second. I think Tunisia finished.
Oh, I got it. No.
Cool. Oh, you're talking about Jess.
I'm sorry, Jess.
I
got questions.
I got Tunisia first, Nigeria second, Uganda third, and Tunisia fourth. So that's my order. And the reason why I go with Tunisia third is because I think Tunisia wins. I think Tunisia wins the game against Nigeria, and the simple reason is because from a matchup perspective, I think Tunisia is probably the worst team that Nigeria could play. This is a team that struggles offensively, don't really score goals like that. They do not create a lot, versus a team that barely even concede. I think during the qualifiers, Tunisia conceded at most 1 goal or 2 goals. They barely concede.
Wait. In the qualifiers? World Cup qualifiers?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I will go back, but Tunisia barely conceded in their group, barely. Oh,
Okay.
actually, I'm telling a lie. They didn't even concede in the group. They didn't concede a single goal in the group.
But did you see their group, bro? Respectfully, bro.
I,
I'm
I, I
sorry.
was I was about to go there. Granted, it was a Mickey Mouse ass group. That's it. Let's not talk.
I said, damn, they were in that group. I think we would have probably given them a run.
Wait, are you talking about for the World Cup, the World Cup qualifier?
Yeah, obviously. And I was gonna go and get there. The group was Mickey Mouse. Don't get it twisted. But I still believe, yeah. But
the only good nation in that group is Equatorial Guinea. That's not.
Bro, that's why. Hold on, but Chuck, hear me out. Hear me out here. Don't get it mistaken here. I don't think this group is good whatsoever. But like, but Brodsky, not even a single goal. Not even a single goal. Like for me, it's like I expect them to breeze through this group quite easily, yeah. But for me, to not even concede at least one goal, maybe there's this one freaky game where like, we went down 1-0, or it's 1-1 all of a sudden. You kind of stress, but then they won it comfortably at the end. Not even something like that. Not even something like that. Don't get twisted. I agree with you guys. The group was Mickey Mouse as fuck. It was. But I still watched them. There's a reason why their games are annoying as fuck. There's a reason why I don't even want to do Tunisia games. Their football is horrendous. But the reason why it's so horrendous is because of how defensive they are. And I just do not see Nigeria being able to beat them. I think it would be one of them games where Nigeria will try and attack because they're trying to win the game.
Right.
And Tunisia will find a goal via a counter attack. And it's going to finish in a 1-0 Tunisia win, in my opinion. And this is the only reason, and it's the only reason why I have Tunisia finishing first, because I think that alone will be enough for them to finish the top of the group, because I do expect them Tunisia to do the business against Tanzania and Uganda as well. This is why Tunisia is first in this group. But and obviously I said Nigeria is second because I think Nigeria, even though what Prime said and what Victor said earlier before you joined Omar about Nigeria, I still expect them with the poor attack and with a poor team in their minds. I still expect them to go and handle Uganda and Tunisia. Tunisia is dead last. They will go there and fight. That's what I would say. So if this is my fight. In Uganda, listen, man. Like I feel like my thing with Uganda is, and I was looking it up during the World Cup qualifiers again. Their home record actually was really good during the qualifiers. The problem is when they're from away from home, they suck. They concede goals. They can barely score. I do not understand what is like. Some teams just perform better in their countries than they don't. Some teams perform away from their country but not at home, and they're one of the teams that do not perform necessarily well when they're away from their country. So I feel like it will be just enough because I do think they're better than Tunisia. So that alone will probably make them finish third. But I got Tunisia third. I got Tunisia first and Nigeria second. Omar, your thoughts?
Before you go, Omar, Before you go, Omar, Jez, you said you looked at their Tunisia's World Cup qualifying. Did you look at their Afcon qualifying group?
No. I was about to get to that, Prime. Let me.
I will say I didn't look that far.
Okay, so this is why.
One thing before you go, the reason why I didn't look at that is because I didn't want to go too far away from the results, and I wanted to keep it more in recent times rather than going back a couple I think because what the Afcon qualifiers finished last year, right?
Yeah, 2024.
Yeah. So I didn't want it to go back. It's been quite a few months since it's been there. Okay. I wanted to keep it more recent. That's why I didn't went that far. But Omar, I'll let you go.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? The reason why it's important for you to go to that far is because really, if you want to see Tunisia's record against teams that are competent, you need to go and look at their qualifiers because they were in the group with us and Comoros. Yes, they beat us in the game when we played them in was it in Morocco, right? Because we were not in our home stadium. We played them in Morocco. We lost 2-1. We beat them in Tunis. We beat them 1-0 in their home stadium. You understand what I mean, right? And I know what you're sitting here saying about, you think that, stylistically, because we saw them play into 2022 round of 16 and they knocked them out. Okay, cool. But here's the thing about Nigeria, right? Yes, Nigeria sometimes when they play in qualifiers, they look terrible. That's why they ended up failing to qualify, because they started slow and they ended up it backfired on them when they started playing serious. You understand what I mean, right? However, we need to look at Nigeria's record in Afcons. They actually play very well in the Afcons, especially in the group stages. They made it to the final in the last edition, and the edition before that, they won all 3 games in their group. You understand what I mean, right? So you could talk about them qualifiers and stuff. Yeah, they don't perform to their best, but when they play in the Afcon, they actually perform. You understand what I mean, right? And I'm sorry, whatever you think about this Tunisia team, I'm sorry, bro. This Tunisia team were in a group. We finished bottom of their group. They lost to Namibia in their last Afcon. Like, come on, man. They finished bottom. They finished below Namibia.
Okay, but this is the one thing I do say though. Yeah, I know, because we can go back to the last Afcon here. But then,
no, but it's important.
No, it's important. It's important. But then in the same argument, I can sit here and say, why is Cabo Verde not in this Afcon? Because they are a good side. Why are they not in this?
Okay, cool. That's fine. But you know why it's important to always look at the previous Afcon? You have to look at their runs. It's not just the previous Afcon. Look at the one before that. They were in the group with Gambia, Mali, and Mauritania, and we beat them. We beat them in the final game. In the final game in our debut tournament. You understand what I mean, right? Before that, here's the thing. I want you to So
I'm listening.
Tunisia, if you look at Tunisia's runs in the Afcon, do you know when was the last time they actually won their group in the Afcon? Do you want me to tell you?
I couldn't tell you.
You want to know? It was in 2008 in Ghana when you guys hosted the Afcon. In 2008 was the last time they won their group. Since then, they've never won their group since. You understand what I mean, right? That's what I'm saying. Yes, they perform well. They get out of the group sometimes, but really, they're never known to actually like perform to their best. Like their best performance in an Afcon was the one they hosted in 2004, which they won. Since then, they've never gone to an Afcon and actually, look like one of the best teams in the entire tournament. Okay, that's what I want you to know. So for me, I do expect them to finish second because this group is really crap. This group is really a terrible
it's not. There's a reason why I think there's only a reason why I'm probably most likely only going to be there for the Nigerian Tunisia game because it's the very most important group when it comes to who finished first and second. You guys, you will probably get.
But I'm sorry, Nigeria have too much quality and they have performed well in previous tournaments for me to know that they will win this.
I agree with the quality. Actually, the other two might not agree with your point about the quality, but I do agree with you with the quality.
But in Africa, in this group, they have enough quality to win it.
No, true that, yeah. Don't get that mistaken. I hear what you're saying, and it's not even necessarily that I disagree with you as well. But I'm just looking as well. Something weird is going on with Nigeria, and obviously you made a good point. In qualifiers, they don't actually necessarily perform really well, but when it comes to the Afcon, all of a sudden they actually do perform to the standard that they should be performing on a regular basis, both qualifiers and tournaments. But I look at the current state of Nigeria where I have a feeling this team is not in the right headspace, in my opinion. I just think there's too much. I think there's too much. There's too much. There's been just too much about the Nigeria team, and there's too much talk about them from a negative standpoint, which I think will get to the players.
That though.
One sec. But I don't disagree. They will be good enough to finish second. Don't get it twisted. If Nigeria finish top of the group, I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh my days, how did they do that?" Both, in my opinion, can finish first. The only reason that me separates Tunisia and Nigeria is the fact that I just think Nigeria will not beat Tunisia, and I think Tunisia will beat them. What Nigeria would do to the other two teams, I'd expect them to go and win them, but I also expect Tunisia to at least beat one of them. I expect Tunisia to beat Tunisia. The Uganda game is going to be the Uganda game will be the one that I'll sit here and say, if you guys don't get to it, Uganda can go and get a result versus Tunisia, but at the same time, I give them slight favoritism. I do.
Okay, Jess. Here's the thing, right? You've said a lot there, right? But let me just say this about Tunisia, bro. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. And I really want you to remember, but I told this to you. No. Hey. Do not, and I repeat, brother, do not even be shocked if Uganda finish ahead of Tunisia. I'm telling you, bro. I've seen Namibia and Gambia beat these guys in the Afcon, bro. So I am not. I am not genuinely. Nothing will surprise me in this group. You understand what I mean, right? I get what you. Hold on, yes, I understand what you mean about what's happening in Nigeria behind the scenes. Yes, it's a mess, right? I'm sure like Prime and Victor will talk about it, right? But here's the thing, right? We've seen these kind of things happen in the past. We've seen teams come to Afcons where, things are not looking good before they come to the Afcon. And sometimes they actually perform better than people expect. I'll give you the best case in point example. In 2017, in the Afcon, Cameroon went to that tournament. Bro, they were a mess. Half of their squad half of their star players refused to go to the Afcon. It was like everything was going crazy. They were literally scrounging around trying to look for players to actually play in the Afcon. Guess what? They won the whole thing. You understand what I mean? In 2017. So even though, yes, there's a lot of mess happening in Nigeria behind the scenes, it may not exactly show in this tournament. Maybe not.
That's a fair point. I would not disagree. I would not disagree with that. Like, I didn't know my take was gonna be flying off like
no, because I think you put too much trust in Tunisia. That's why I'm surprised. If it was against another team, I'm not understand.
I definitely can hear it. Definitely, like the view. That's what I say. You do got me. The one thing I'm saying, you got me with the point of I would be surprised if Tunisia. I'm saying at worst you should be finishing third, at worst. But if you say even Uganda could finish ahead of them, that would choke me. So I was for now I would stick with my prediction because that was my prediction. But I hear 100%. Like, I definitely do not disagree as what you have said. Like you're making valid points, which I don't have a counter argument to say. I have my counter arguments, and you had your reasons as well. So, Rich, actually, let me go to before I go to you, Omar, I'll probably go to the two Nigerians on the panel.
I've heard it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with I should go with Victor this time first. Victor, what's your thoughts on Group C?
Victor, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me? Yo.
Yeah, we can hear you. No, we can hear you.
I can't say it before. I think Nigeria finished second. Again, I can hear what you're saying, not because of the quality. But I think something is going on, like especially within the camp, probably outside the camp. That's kind of affecting like the way the boys play. Because in my opinion, that World Cup, especially that all World Cup saga, Nigeria should have qualified. Like there was too much messing around. Like the heads went in it. Like your captain can't just retire a week before Afcon. Like that's probably on the head.
Who retired? I'm sorry, did I miss something?
Truce retired.
Wait, the defender.
Yeah, he retired. Yeah. But not from football, just from the national team.
Yeah. No, I know, but still, before the Afcon.
Yeah, exactly. A week before.
Omar, put into context, by the way, this guy was player of the tournament last time.
Yes, I know. He was the captain and he was the player of the tournament. What the hell? Yeah. Right before the tournament.
Omar, he's retired, right? Our best defender, Benjamin Fredericks, he is injured. Ola Aina, he's injured. We've got no right side, no center back, no captain. Bro, and our goalkeeper standing Nwambali, he is like facing what do you call it? He's in the squad, but like he's like facing the test to be fit for the game. Like he's just coming back from injury, so I don't know if he's going to be starting or not. And our backup goalkeepers are ass.
Yeah, I mean, I get all of that. I just think I still believe that if in this battle, okay, Victor, go ahead. I don't want
to. That's why I don't think all like everything's stacked against us at the moment. Like again, like we should be good enough, even if with the adversity, we should be good enough to finish second and qualify to the next round. But the next is whatever happens that scares me. Like, who do we play if we come second?
We will get to.
So if you guys finish, you'll be playing either Mali or Morocco. One of them finishes second.
Exactly.
Jesus.
So if you finish second and Morocco finish first, like That's Morocco in the next round. So that's automatic. That's automatic L. Well, it could be a win. Because sometimes in the big games they tend to turn up, but like that's the thing. It's so unpredictable. It's unbelievable. Like you don't know what to expect from the Nigerian team one day, and like next day it's like foolishness. Nigeria can't bring in Okatosin. No, they don't even want him.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. Curry Pirate says, can Nigeria bring in Uncle Tussman?
Bro, he's not played for the country, bro.
Yeah,
he's not even played.
He's never played
yes. Yeah, Curry Pirate. Yeah, that's not just gonna happen. Just quickly, Mbaku says Nigeria winning Afcon. The other guy has been called national team. That's hilarious. Big up to Cube. Big up to Cube as well. Who says I hope Gabon does well because Sante didn't qualify for the World Cup. Go Boanga, who is in LA, which I'm pretty sure plays for LAFC. By the way, good player as well.
He's
a good player.
He is a good player. Gabon are we'll get to them later.
Very good team. I expect them to win. We're gonna get to their group, so I'm not.
We're gonna get there, because Brian has to quickly get his thoughts on Group C as well. So we just try to go and get there. And as Cube also says, actually shocking Ghana won't be the Afcon. I don't know. It's
me and Jess, we're just gonna be vibing for this tournament. We're just gonna be vibing.
Yeah. I said already, Cube, man. Like I'm gonna be hate watching like every game. Like it is.
If Nigeria lose to Tunisia, he's gonna be having the time of his life.
Like I don't have a camera, but if I could show you, I actually have a kudos. I have a kudos Ghana shirt, and beautiful, by the way. The Ghanaian jersey at full time on camera, if I had a camera, and then dance to a Santo ghost and shit like that. I do the shaku and all that, but
oh my god,
yeah.
You know what would be the icing on the cake? Just you know what would be the icing on the cake, bro? Just bring in the Ghanaian jollof rice, man. And just
actually, you know what? That would be actually funny because my dad's been asking me. my dad's been asking me when do we want to do we're gonna do jollof again. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can do some jollof here. When Nigeria play Tunisia, man. But
listen, I got some jollof rice in my house, man. Don't worry, man. I'll put it out. I'll bring it out.
Don't worry. I will make sure I will have some Ghanaian jollof here when Nigeria will go all M1. But yeah, Brian. Sorry, I'm gonna get to you super chat after we get through this Group C. But
right,
Brian,
I really want to hear
your thoughts. Yeah, your thoughts on Group C, my guy.
Right, man.
Yeah, bro. Anyways, Group D, Benin, Botswana.
No,
whoa. Just get it out of the way. Get it out of the way, Prime.
Okay, Prime. If you don't want to speak about the group, that's fine. Just then give us your.
We're not getting out of the. Bro, we're not getting out of the group. Like that's
you're getting out of the
group.
See, Omar, you thought my thought about Nigeria.
We're not going to be like the thing is, right? I think we'll end up being third or fourth, and even if we're third, I don't know if it's enough to be one of the best.
Wait, Western Uganda? Yeah, you're insane.
No, I don't know if we'll be, bro. I really don't trust us, bro.
Western Uganda,
bro. Our defense is gonna be ass, and all this adversity that we're gonna face, we've shown that we can't stand up against adversity. So, I don't trust us. I don't trust us against. I don't trust us against. By the way, I don't trust us against Uganda and Tunisia. The funny thing is, Tunisia. If we beat them, I actually wouldn't be surprised because that's the sort of dumb shit Nigeria would do. We'd probably beat Tunisia.
Bro, you're gonna win all these games, bro. Watch.
Let Brian actually finish his thoughts because it's Nigeria.
The type of stuff Nigeria would do is we'll probably beat Tunisia or scrape a win against Tunisia, but struggle to beat Tanzania and Uganda. That's the type of dumb shit Nigeria would do.
Yeah. Okay. I hear it.
So, for me, we're probably gonna be third, in the group. But yeah, even if we get out, it's just gonna be an inevitable embarrassment in the knockouts. Like people don't see how bad this is, but we'll beat Tunisia, and everyone will get gassed. That's the thing. Nigerians will start getting gassed about us and like, we can win Afcon, because I think Tunisia is our first game, right?
No, it's Tanzania.
Tanzania.
The first, yeah, the first one, yeah.
Okay, well,
I think Nigeria would play Tunisia as the second match.
Yeah, I feel like the best games are going to be happening in round 2, but round 2 is just going to be
round 2 years. Outside Group F, because damn every game is a good game. But we're gonna get to Group F when we get there. Yeah. So Brian, you're closing thoughts in Group C then, unless there's more that you want to say.
No, that's. I don't need. The thing is, it's all kind of ass. I don't really know what to order.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't really know an order. I'm just gonna say Nigeria third. I don't really know an order though.
Okay. Because we just then just throw teams in any position and just recall them with you there.
Tunisia top and Uganda second. Whatever.
All right, cool, yeah. So just to go quickly through it again, since this was actually quite a long topic, I have Tunisia first, Nigeria second, Uganda third, and Tunisia third. Omar, what's your top four again?
So I'm going with Nigeria winning this group. I think they're going to win all 3 games. Now, whether they win it convincingly is another story. But I do expect them to win all 3 games because this group is really that ass. So I'm going to go with Nigeria first. Should I go risky? You know what, right? I'm going to go for it, man. Listen, I'm going to say Uganda, man. Uganda, get the second place away from
It's your prediction.
Yeah, exactly. Uganda, you get second. Tunisia third. And, Tanzania, Greece, bottom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Victor, your top 4.
I said Tanzania, Nigeria. Not Tanzania, sorry. Tunisia, Nigeria, Uganda, Tanzania.
Okay, Prime. Just a quick reminder, because you just thrown out there because you don't rate no team.
Damn.
No, but Tanzania. Tunisia, Uganda, Nigeria, Tanzania.
Cool. Yeah. Just before we go to a quick Group D real quick, obviously Bayo to see Naku says this Afcon will suck because Kenya isn't present. Hey, see man. Me and Omar's teams are not in it either, man, and we didn't say this tournament will suck, man. Hey, man, you just.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, bro, you were in the Afcon for a cup of coffee, and then no one's saying.
Hey man, CNAC, man. Just focus on the marathon. Just focus on the marathon.
But I agree with CNAC though. The World Cup is gonna suck. I agree.
I mean, honestly, Prime, would you want this Nigeria team to be in the World Cup, bro? This Nigeria
No, but Omar, I've been saying for years I don't want us to go to the World Cup.
I'm just saying, bro.
I've been saying that. You know.
Right. Yeah, but big up Don C as well. Just make sure you guys as well to subscribe to Conversations TV, our good friend over there as well. And obviously, I'm gonna go to quickly to Side Super Cert because he chatted earlier saying, I think in terms of upcoming players, I think this Afcon is the best in years. The amount of young talent in this tournament is so good. I hope everyone see. Which is funny because in my notes, especially for some certain groups, even the groups that I did mention it, and when I went through teams, it's actually insane how many young talents that actually there are in Africa who going to be playing this tournament. Some of them are so good they're not even going to play because those teams just have guys who are even better in those positions. And the funny part is, I just saw just earlier that DM Philil Buadi. I saw he decided to play for Morocco.
Who wanted to play for Morocco? Who?
Buadi, the 70-year-old DM Philil.
Oh, he's playing for Morocco.
Yeah. Apparently, because it was Hakimi and I think the FA president next to each other in a video, and he claimed that he apparently has given Morocco his word that he's going to play for them. And he's one of the most highly rated. Youngsters right now.
Just increases his and the worst thing is, if you think about it, right, in this tournament, we're not going to have Ghana, Gambia is not going to be in it, even Cape Verde, who went to the World Cup, even they are not participating in this tournament. Yeah, and I feel like that's why, like, You know, when people kind of hated the expansion of the Afcon, but I think the expansion has actually helped this tournament because now people are beginning to realize, yo, this continent actually has more good, like there are more good countries than a lot of people expect. Because everyone just thinks of the Nigerias, Cameroons, Ivory Coast, the Senegals, and those are like the only teams. If you know, I know those teams win the Afcon all the time, but look at, like, for instance, look at how Gambia did in their debut, right? Madagascar, how they did in their debut. They already did the quarterfinals. Look at South Africa's team. Cape Verde, they did the quarterfinals in the last edition, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, they finished, they were in the same group with Ghana. Remember, Jess, right? They were in the same group with Ghana and Egypt, top of the group. They finished top, and they beat Ghana, remember? They actually won 2 out of their 3 games and drew against Egypt in the last game.
You mentioned too many bad moments for Ghana, man. Like,
But I am not. The point I'm trying to make is,
I know your point. You know your point. It's just that I'm
yeah. I mean, listen, let's be honest, man. Ghana not being in this tournament might be a blessing in disguise, but you guys have been embarrassing yourselves in this Afcon.
No, I agree with you. Like, this is the funniest part. Was one point says about Nigeria in World Cups. I say this about Ghana in Afcons. Like, we've been a disgrace in recent years. But Si, you're 100% right. And Baku said which is funny enough. I actually predicted that Lamine Camara was going to be last. I think not the Afcon that Senegal won. I said that Lamine Camara will be the youngster to watch in the tournament. Yeah,
I think what's funny.
Yeah, go on.
You're talking about like how many youngsters are going in this Afcon and stuff, bro.
Yeah.
We said that. Remember the preview we did last tournament? Remember, Steve had this massive spreadsheet of all the young players. Bro, we said this last tournament, and we said this the tournament before.
Exactly.
Bro,
I think
all these young African superstars, man.
Not what must be the way football is going, you will see Africa and Asia have like some of the best players in the world, man, because the talent.
Because you know why? Because now players are beginning to play for the motherlands now. So nobody now, like, a lot of these players are refusing to play for European, like, even when they're born in Europe now.
Exactly.
They're all choosing.
Bro, like Mamadou Sarr, who plays for Strasbourg, the one that Chelsea got. This guy is playing for Senegal. He rejected France. That's crazy.
Bro, we saw it. Like, I think when Khalidou Koulibaly, when he rejected France and chose to play for Senegal, that's where the trend started. Like, a lot of these players just said, nah, man. Because I think, you know why? It's because a lot of these players, I think the older heads, some of the older heads, like the Evras and all these guys who actually played for like their European nations, right?
Yeah.
A lot of them give advice to like these younger African players, like, yo, don't play for this nation. They only care when you win. Trust me, when you lose, bro, they're all gonna turn on you. They don't care.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? Right? Go play for your African nation, bro.
Have you noticed it only works for like the nations that are run properly, like Senegal, Morocco. These guys are actually run properly, so they're willing. It makes sense for Boadi to say no to France because with Morocco, he could actually win a tour. But when you're
Ghana, let's lose Ghana.
Yeah, when you're like
Ghana, Nigeria,
he should have said yes years ago. When you're someone like, for example, if you're Madueke for England, you're never going to play. You're not going to the World Cup more than likely.
Facts.
So you probably should be playing for Nigeria, even though I don't rate Madueke. Like,
I mean, that's the thing. That's why I said, for me, when you look at like the Hudson Odoi and Edin Ketia, I'm like, bro, if Ghana have any pride in themselves, any pride at all,
they're
not
coming.
In the World Cup, because dude, you don't get to come to the World Cup after we've already put all the blood, sweat, and tears to make it to the tournament, so that you can just play. Like the hell?
Oh
no, bro! Come in and do the whole.
When it comes to stuff like that, we could have a whole argument that could go on literally for an hour itself before you get to the next group. No. You're right. It's a real conversation which we need to have more time than we don't, especially because a lot of people do not necessarily care about African football unless you're actually African. But it's actually a very interesting conversation that should be a regular conversation. Even some of the bigger media should be having as well. But hence why only African media has covered this whole Callum and Nketiah thing, but nobody from England covered it about how they want to all of a sudden switch up. But like I said, we will have many conversations probably about even watching and stuff like that. And obviously, IDK says Kamara's height lets him down, but other than that, he's cold. I've been saying this for years now. He should be coming to Tottenham. And pop him on the side. Tell your brother man to come and save you. And
Yeah, man, listen, Agent Saw, man, I hear.
Agent Saw, bro, give me the Senegalese midfield, bro. Get Palini out of here.
Star Senegalese as well. Oh,
yeah, let me come on.
Senegal is. Senegal's
yes, bro. Nicholas Jackson, who's he was actually born in Gambia, bro. My guy was actually born.
Actually, I didn't know that.
I remember I did.
He was born in Gambia, but dude, he has a Senegalese mom, I think, and yeah, Senegal just pushed him, just like that. Bro, Senegal's team is ridiculous, bro. The amount of players they don't even call up for this tournament is actually a joke. They would start for most African nations.
Which funny, which true. Which we also gonna get to Senegal. Which ironically, I think they're.
They're the next group. They're the next group.
And you know, quickly, IDKs all said you lot spoke about Wally switching to Morocco. They have a super team. In fact, yeah, but if he joins, it would be crazy. And I told you it earlier.
I want to see it.
Yamal, that has stopped the whole dynasty. Like, because if Yamal would have joined them, the amount.
Yamal messed it up. Yeah, I mean, Yamal, bro. Let me tell you something. I remember right when he was breaking into the scene and they were saying, he has both Morocco and Spain. I said, brother, play for Morocco. Bro, do you know how cool it would be to have the best player in the world be African? To actually say the best player in the world right now is actually in our continent. Like to see in the Afcon. You understand what I mean, right?
He wouldn't get the same prop. Let's be real. He's not getting the same.
Bro, the talent would be there. People would not acknowledge him as much as they are for Spain, like for the fact that
Omar, that's what I mean. I'm not talking about his talent. Just saying that he's the best in the world. No debate. If he played for Morocco, he wouldn't. People wouldn't just accept he's the best in the world, bro. Unfortunately, that's.
Look. I feel like the quality is so bad. Even if they don't acknowledge it, the fans will. You understand what I mean, right? We will know.
I think it's both.
But the thing with Yamal is, and if you look at the way, I don't know if you guys know this, because you see when Yamal refused to play in the last qualifiers, because I put a video on that on my channel, right? If you listen to what the media were saying about this guy, they were sitting there saying, my brother, this guy shouldn't have even played for. If this is how he's going to treat Spain, then he shouldn't have been playing. He should have chosen Morocco. I'm like, bro, you know what? You're probably right. He should have, because I already knew this shit was gonna happen.
Well, this is the thing. It doesn't even matter if you're the best player in the world. If you piss these dudes off, if you do not play for these dudes every game, every minute, they will go there and treat you like that. This is kind of how it is, bro. And it's generally what it is.
If you win,
look at Hakimi. Look at the way Hakimi is looked at in Morocco, bro. My guy is like a hero.
He's a king, bro.
That's what I'm saying. You know what? But you know why he is though, Prime? It's because he, at the time when he could have really chosen for Spain and actually played for Spain, because Spain wanted to keep him, right? He said, "No, I'm gonna go play for my motherland." He chose to play for Morocco. He had the choice to stick with Spain.
He's injured.
You know what I mean, right?
But he's still there with them. He traveled there with them, bro.
Exactly.
And this guy can't even play.
No, this is what I say. Yeah. That's what I was saying earlier, bro. Yamal, that has got the dynasty in Africa if Yamal will join. Because I also feel like if a player like Yamal joins,
Hakimi, Yamal,
and for me, and think about it,
Elias. Oh my god. I just realized how good the Morocco team is. The Morocco team is a joke, bro. Look at the players I just mentioned.
It's crazy, and the funny part about it as well is that if Yamal would have joined, it would have been a chain reaction. You would have seen other players. Other players would have decided to say, you know what, I want to go and link up with these guys. I want to link up with Yamal.
I think if Yamal had chosen to play for Morocco, I feel like a lot of these top class young players who are European but have African descent, many of them might look at them and be like, yo, you know what, maybe we should. And also the thing with Yamal is this Morocco team that they have now is so good. He could have been like, yo, I'll go play for Morocco. Morocco actually have a good team that are on the up and up. They're literally the semifinals in the last World Cup. Who knows what they can do with the young players that they have?
Well, he's young. He's young growing up in Spain. They were always going to make him pick Spain.
They did the
same thing with Ansu Fati. They've done the same thing with what's his name, Nico Williams.
Nico.
Bilbao. Bro, like they always do this. They do this a lot in France. They do this a lot in England as well. These young like African players, they'll pick you and cap you off very, very quickly.
Yes,
but this is why, and I feel like this is why a lot of players who are well aware, like the Hakimis, who I feel like maybe they understood because they've seen some of these players who are like of African descent when they play for the European nations, right? They're loved when they win, but then when they lose, they get disrespected. You understand what I mean, right? And from a young age, these guys, they were like, nah, I will never play. Like I remember I think it was Benoit Asuekoto, I think, who said it. He said when he was a player, right? He had an opportunity to play for France, but he said, brother, from the moment I made my debut, I knew I was never going to play for France, even if I was a world-class player. Because he'd already seen how France treated like black players and like Arabic players who are like not Africans. He's like, no, I'm not going through that.
Bro, Awobi and Olaena, they picked Nigeria from early.
From young age, facts.
Yeah. That's the thing, because it would be interesting to hear from their perspective of why, and because it's important that these players come out and explain your whole come why you didn't hold up for other country, for your country that you were born in, like England, for example, in Awobi's case. Like, bro, it would be like it's important to have these conversations.
Tomori spoke on this. To be honest, he was on Filthy Fellas like a month ago, I think. He spoke on this about how he was in Chelsea's academy and stuff, and I think he played in the tournament at youth level, and he was playing with Canada, I think, at youth level and stuff like that. And and then he got the call up with England in, I think, during Lampard season. Was it 1920? He got
I remember him getting called up.
And they were talking to him about how was Nigeria ever in the plans or anything, and he said Nigeria never gave him a look, like he never got a call or anything.
But this is the problem,
which is dumb on our part.
Joe Gomez, Prime, do you know Joe Gomez? His father is Gambian. His father came out and said he wanted his son to play for Gambia, right? When around the early 2015, when he just broke into the scene for Liverpool, right? He was advising his son to play for Gambia because Gambia were building a good team at the time, and we were getting closer to qualify. Right, and he knew, you to secure your future, and you're playing for Liverpool, like you're like you would be like a superstar in Gambia because people will know you. You understand what I mean, right? Yeah. But Gambia never tried to reach out to him, so he never felt like Gambia were ever interested in bringing him in.
And that's the dumb decisions that because Nigeria last year we tried. I don't know, like there was like reports of we tried talking to Ethan. Wanyeri. Which sounds good, but in reality, why didn't you just focus on Carney Chuameka and like Leslie?
That's true. And that's what Morocco did, though. Prime, that's what Morocco did. If you look at Morocco's squad right now, Morocco never went to get like the player that everyone wanted. They kind of took like these young players when they were like breaking, like Hakim Ziyech. When they went to Hakim Ziyech was playing, I think, for FC 20, right? Yeah. When they approached him when he was a youngster at FC 20, right? Because they saw the potential. They were like, yo, and then they were like, yeah, sure, no problem. You feel me, right?
Like I know there's also certain players as well that they approach them and they're even still in the academy. They don't even wait for them to come to the first team.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the Morocco squad is the example of that because Morocco's half of their players never even got asked. They chose to play for Morocco. Like Ziyech, I think he was already interested. He was more interested in playing for Morocco than the Netherlands. So when they approached him, he was quick to accept and play for them. So I feel like that was the case with them, right? And you look at their squad now. That's what's happened. Because even with Brahim Diaz, they didn't approach Diaz for a while. Like Diaz was at AC Milan doing his thing, joined Madrid, was kind of just playing, and then literally like last year. And then they finally
Mbappé ended and Madrid Diaz switched to Morocco literally just last year.
Last year, bro.
I remember he made the switch, and I remember Moroccans trying to say, "Oh, he should win African Player of the Year," and he's only
they tried to be They tried to be shameless, but it was actually insane. Like there was some nasty work that I saw. Yeah, Brian, give you a closing thoughts on that before we continue, because obviously, like I said, this could go on for hours.
We could
we're on Group
genuinely.
D now, right? Or still on C?
Yeah, we in Group D now. Then yeah, let's just go to Group D then. Yeah.
Benin,
Actually, I don't.
Botswana, DR Congo, Senegal.
Should,
Yeah,
should I
sorry.
start? Should I start off with what I had with the prediction then, or you want to go
Yeah,
first?
yeah. You can go. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, cool. So this is funny. Senegal, DR Congo, as everybody knows, in the last World Cup qualifier, Congo was the biggest buzzer job ever, 2-0 up, and then Senegal came back around from the 80th minute onwards to win 3-2, and that game basically sealed their deal into getting into the World Cup. And that same game sent DR Congo to the playoffs, which they eventually ended up winning that playoffs game, both playoffs games, and now playing the intercontinental um, tournament. So that's gonna be a rematch. There's gonna be a rematch there very soon, which is gonna be very exciting to see. And for my prediction, that group is I got Senegal first, DR Congo second, Benin third, and Botswana fourth. And I think it's really straightforward. I think Senegal. I just think Senegal. It's just there's just wait. We just spoke about them. The amount of talent that is in that team is absurd. They are legitimately. If they was playing in Europe, if you tell them they could get caught up for the Euros, they can make a legitimate semi-final, quarter-final run on a consistent basis. Senegal, yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think so too. But
I think that's what is just that talented and just that deep. This is not even just talent; it's just how deep they are as well. Every position, even the goalkeeper, as well. You have the goalkeeper depth. No. I don't know if the goalkeeper depth, but you have the goalkeeper. Then you have the defensive depth. You have the midfield depth, and then you have the attacking depth as well. It's so much quality over there. And I even felt when DR Congo played Senegal, I think Senegal just had an off day on that day as well. Hence why they went down 2-0. But DR Congo also on a bad team as well. Hence why they was able to do that to begin with. But I think Senegal this time around, they will go there and do the business to finish the group first. With DR Congo should be comfortably finishing second in this group. And then yeah, I think Benin, they will just do enough to at least get a result versus Botswana to get them third, and then Botswana finishing fourth, in my opinion. Omar, your thoughts on this group?
yeah, I think this group is very straightforward. I think Senegal and Congo are clearly favorites, and yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, I feel like DR Congo in that famous game against Senegal, where they had a great lead and they ended up buttoning it. But Senegal is Senegal, and at the end of the day, even though they had a good lead like that, against a team like Senegal, they're one of those countries that have such a good quality, they can't do that to you. You understand what I mean, right? And look, I think that Congo have a very high chance of making it to the World Cup, especially in their playoff group, right? But as far as this Afcon is concerned, that game is going to be good. That game is going to be good. Congo versus Senegal. That game is going to be close. And the thing with Senegal is this, right? Senegal, I would say for the past 8 to 10 years, right? They've arguably had one of the best teams in Africa squad-wise. You understand what I mean, right? And sometimes they do well in the Afcons where, they just dominate, win their groups and stuff like that. But there's been rare occasions but this is the thing with, especially in group stages, right? I feel like the last Afcon where they were in the same group with Gambia, Cameroon, and Guinea, that was like the first time I watched Senegal really actually look scary in the group stages because they were just dominating everyone. But before that, if you remember in 2022, bro, they finished second behind Guinea. They only scored one goal in their group stages. It was the penalty that Sadio Mane scored against Zimbabwe. They drew 0-0 in the other two games. And then they started playing their best football in the round of 16. And then they went on to win the Afcon that year. Right? So, look, I can even see this game between DR Congo and Senegal ending in a draw. I can see a draw in that game. But I think Senegal will win it, though. I think Senegal will win this group. That's the thing. Right? So I'm going Senegal, DR Congo. Benin and Botswana, bro. Who really cares? I think both of these teams are gonna get knocked out of the group stages. I know.
Yeah, they're not gonna come close.
Yeah. I don't think neither of these teams are gonna get out of the group. But then again, it's one of those things where a country like Botswana, who are not really known for being in Afcons. I know they've been in Afcon before, right? But who knows, man? They could come in and they could surprise Benin and maybe finish third. You understand what I mean, right? And
Yeah.
you know what? I'll probably just say that just for the story. You know what I mean, right?
Just for the story, yeah. It wouldn't be.
For
Hey,
the story, I'm gonna go Botswana third, and I guess Benin fourth. Yeah.
Cool. Victor, your thoughts on Group D?
I agree. I think I mostly agree with what Omar says. I think Guillaume Vista not going for Congo is a big miss. Or like I'm sure last Afcon he was like their main man. He literally dragged that team as far as it could take them. They lost to Ivory Coast today.
I think. Let me go back. You just
I
continue.
I remember we did a watch along for that game, so I remember it's like
Yeah.
it was one of the big teams. So yeah, I think this might be a straightforward one for Senegal. I can't lie. So Senegal's going to finish top, DR second, Benin third, Botswana fourth. Only Benin third because I think Nigeria played them last Afcon and gave us the game. So okay.
Yeah. I just looked it up. Now Senegal went out to Cote d'Ivoire to penalties.
No, I'm talking about Congo.
Oh my bad. They went out in the semi-finals versus Cote d'Ivoire as well, ironically.
Yeah, Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire. That's right. I remember I watched that game.
Yeah. My bad. Yeah. All right, cool. That's fair enough. I feel the same way. Omar probably feels as well. Prime, you there?
Yes.
All right, Group D, my friends. What's your thoughts on it, and then the top four?
Senegal are going to top this group. They'll top the group. DR Congo in second, and I'm gonna say Botswana third, just because, like Benin. Listen, because we were in their group for World Cup qualifiers, bro. They're not good. I know that's not saying much because they beat us in one of the games, but
I didn't say they will lose.
What?
I was just about to say, I assume we lost that game.
I know, but they're not good, bro.
It was one of them ones where like this was one of them ones when I said they finished in third. It's like I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys people that I would Benin like I'm
just going off of the two games against us. I don't care that they beat us. We're not good either, but they're not good. So I know nothing about Botswana, but I'm gonna say they're third just because I don't rate Benin. So
all right, so cool. So we got I think both you and Omar, you gave them Botswana the third place. You guys giving them some sort of hope. Maybe they could low key. Nah, they're not gonna be one of the third best teams. But hey, who knows, man? Who knows? But so me, Victor got the same as in Senegal first, DR Congo second, Benin third, and Botswana last. And Omar and Nadamus Prime has the Senegal first, DR Congo second, Botswana third, and Benin last. So yeah, I think that was quite quick and simple. I can't wait for the DR Congo game. I actually can't wait. That is going to be good because I know a lot of I know a lot of people from Congo as well who they are desperate for this revenge. Desperate. I know a lot of people personally, so that's going to be a good game. And obviously, people quick just and I love my drama, which is one of the biggest things about Afcon drama. We do not come here for 4-4-2-3, 4-2-3-1 in possession, out of position 4-4-2. We're not here for that. We're here for the chaos. We're here for the drama. This is what we care. Like we want shit. What happened last Afcon when the Tunisia ref blew the game early. We want that shit.
Mm-hmm.
We're here for the uncles flirting with Cape Verdean women, and for the manager getting sacked after 2 games in the crew. That's what we want.
Yeah, this is the drama. This is the chaos that we are striving for, man. Yeah, man. Like, so yeah, we got the Group D, Group E, which consists of Algeria, Burkina Faso, Equatorial Guinea, and Sudan. I'm gonna give my quick thoughts on it. I'll go quick first on that, man. Algeria is first in this group. Then I got Burkina Faso third, Equatorial Guinea third,
Mm.
and Sudan last. But I do it. Ecuador will go before anybody says anything. I got Ecuador Guinea. Sorry, my bad, people. I got them actually one of my best third place teams as well. I'm not people. We're gonna make a. What we're gonna do is there will be previews for each round. So that's what we're probably not gonna do this time around the third and the fourth
Maybe
third.
tomorrow was the games.
You
mean for the games, right?
We,
Or for the
we,
rounds?
we will do it. Like I
Okay.
think for this show only, we're gonna just quickly go through we go for the last two groups, and then we go with favorites and dark horses, and then we probably leave it there because we don't want to be all around the show for too long as well. Since it's also getting late over here in the UK. So yeah, and my quick thoughts on my reason why I sit here and say Algeria, best team in the group. Players like Maris, which everybody knows, but also players like Amura and Chaibi. I feel like
Mahrez is still playing.
yeah, Maris still playing. Yeah, I mean Maris still
Oh,
playing.
Mahrez
okay.
Nigeria, yeah.
Hey, Swan,
and,
Swan Song Mahrez. Let's go.
Oh, come on.
Hussein Oil is also in that team.
You said what?
Hussein Oil.
Oh yeah. I forgot he plays for Algeria. I forgot you.
He plays for Algeria too. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Like they got another country again, the North Africans. They just know how to really develop football, in their nations and trying to really build a good football nation.
But you know what it is? It's also I feel like with this North African players, they have more pride playing for their motherlands than most of our. You feel me, right?
I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
So yeah, just quickly there, and also what my quick thoughts on the as well, which Sai obviously mentioned about the young players in this tournament. One of the youngsters that I looked at for the young players, which we will probably have a conversation at one point doing a preview for any of the next rounds later on as well.
By the way, Zidane's son is in the team. Zidane's son.
The goalkeeper.
He's in the team. Yeah.
Oh, the goalkeeper or the midfielder? Because he has two sons.
The goalkeeper.
I think
the retired. I think Enzo he retired.
Yeah, because I remember that one. I saw that, but I wasn't sure which one it was. But yeah, one of the probably one of the youngsters, if he gets the minutes to play for Algeria, Ibrahim Massa, midfielder for Leverkusen, who joined Yes, who joined them actually the year prior, from Hertha Berlin in the second Bundesliga or Zweite Bundesliga or however you want to say it. Very talented footballer. I really love what I've been seeing. He wasn't playing necessarily a lot in his first season, but this season he's been getting the license ever since Xhaka has left, and you can see it. You can just see how good he is on the ball. That's his work as well off the ball as well. So yeah, if he gets the minutes, they could do a bit. He can do a job in this tournament for sure. I'll go quickly to Victor about Group E because Victor's he got a shoot. So I'll let Victor quickly give his predictions for the Group E, and then we go from there. You're going, Victor.
I think Group E is the order it's in now. I agree with Jez. I put Zidane personally last because of personal reasons. I've got a friend who's from Sudan. So I keep telling them they're just an Afcon just for show.
Hey,
shout my boy. Like he's from Sudan and he enjoys the joke, man. He enjoys the joke. So Sudan's bottom my list for personal reasons.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, they're gonna finish last anyway. Tell your friend when you see you next time, they're gonna finish last anyway because they're not gonna finish above any.
They're gonna make it anyway. They're gonna make it. I'm gonna message him tomorrow. Actually, I'm actually gonna see him tomorrow. Actually, but I'm gonna tell him that like he's cooked. Algeria's firepower is just insane. I was looking at the list of their team before, literally.
Yeah.
It's on the group chat, isn't it?
Yeah. Like we put a very I'm gonna tell Flores as well to add you into the WhatsApp group for the Afcon as well. But yeah, there should be a few. The team should be there for Algeria.
Yeah, the team is there. I looked at it before and it looks very strong. So they should get the job done. No complaints. Probably 9 out of 9. We'll see. We'll see what kind of Mahrez normally turns up for his national team.
No, he
Right?
does.
Yes.
He does.
He always turns up for his national team, which I respect a lot. Like when
To be fair, he didn't turn up in the last 2 tournaments, so
I don't think it was just his fault. I think he did turn up. He's got like a free kick or something last time, didn't he?
wait, last tournament?
Yeah, or the tournament before. It was one before.
No,
definitely.
no, I'm gonna be real. Last 2 tournaments, they got knocked out of the group stages. Martins didn't play well in either. He didn't score in either one. His best performance was 2019. When they won it in 2019, he cooked. He absolutely cooked.
But I remember the 2019 one.
He cooked us in the final.
2019 is where they performed, but yeah.
Yeah, I remember he cooked us in the final. Like he was on smoke, but I don't think there's any way they can not finish top. If they don't finish top, it'll be surprising. I think
I disagree. I'll let you finish.
You Burkina Faso going to finish top?
I think Burkina Faso could finish top. Yes. I see.
Burkina
Faso. You know which country I compare Burkina Faso to in Africa? You know who I compare Burkina Faso? I compare them to Croatia, bro. Let me put it this way, right? So Croatia have a very, very good. So Croatia have a good squad, right? But when you look at their team, they don't have one of the best teams in Europe or in the world. But somehow the squad is good enough to compete against the best teams in Europe. You understand what I mean, right? And the thing with Burkina Faso is they have a few good talented players that we know about, like the Tapsobas, the Bertrand Traores, and those guys, right? But look at them in the Afcon. Like, I know the last tournament they didn't necessarily do it. They got knocked out at round of 16, but dude, they've been in a Afcon final recently. They've reached the semifinals twice. You understand what I mean, right? Like
ironically,
they really do have good runs in the Afcon. I think in 2022 they were in the same group with Cameroon, who were the hosts, and apart from that loss, they won every game all the way to the semifinals when they lost to Senegal.
Ironically, the last tournament they finished ahead of Algeria in their group.
That's what I'm saying. I know, but this is the thing. They got knocked out of the round of 16 against Mali, but still, that's the point.
Like, I heard it. Like, I hear your point.
That's what I'm saying. Burkina Faso, they have this team where if you underestimate them, that could be your downfall. Don't underestimate Burkina Faso. They could come in this tournament and they could just decide, screw it. We're going to win this group.
We got to go and do a business there. Like, it's kind of weird because I feel a lot about the same groups, but especially when the matchups are very close. And where I said, if you tell me you have my second place team finish first, and then other switch, if you ever switch around, I'm not going to disagree with you. This whole close sometimes it can be.
And also, this is the thing with Algeria, right? I feel like the Asian players, the team that won them the Afcon, a lot of those players have kind of lost their superpower in the Afcon. Like guys are Mahrez, as talented as they are. I'm a very real man. Last 2 tournaments, Mahrez did not turn up for his country at all. You understand what I mean, right? The other player, the striker, Boutnegia, who's one of the best strikers like in Asia, right? He was cooking over there, and he cooked in the year when they won the Afcon, right? But even he was terrible, right? And I really think, but I will say this about Algeria though. I think they have a lot of good, talented young players coming up, right?
No, they do.
And I feel, and I feel like if those players come in and they start playing at their best, I could see them winning this group. Yes, because I think on paper they are the favorites to win this group. You understand what I mean, right? But if the old heads don't perform again in this tournament, I could see them finishing second behind Burkina Faso. I could even see them like finishing with like maybe 5 points or 7 points, something like that. You understand what I mean, right? Where Burkina Faso just leapfrog them to the table. Yeah. And as far as Equatorial Guinea and Sudan is concerned, Sudan don't do anything in Afcons, man. Like they are just one of those things that come in, play the 3 games and leave. So Equatorial Guinea will get third.
And Sua, we need a banger again, man. And I promised me one banger goal again. That last one from the last Afcon, banger. We need another one. But Victor, if you have to drop, you can drop.
Bless up. Big up to everyone in the chat. Obviously, we'll see you for the first watch along on Sunday, right?
People. We will be doing Morocco versus Comoros, the opener of Afcon. So we will be doing that.
So we'll be doing that on Sunday. So I will be there for that. So big up to everyone in the chat. Big up to Flores for giving us the opportunity to talk about Afcon again this year. Again, one of the best tournaments ever. I don't think it's on Sky. I don't think it's on Sky this time.
No, this time it's on for the people in the UK. For the people that live in the UK, it's gonna be on Channel 4 for free.
Yeah, it's just on Channel 4.
Yeah. Also, by the way, we're going to be doing watch along. So if you want to watch the game with us, it's going to be up in the Discord, the Sarcasm City Discord.
Yeah, it's going to be up on that as well. So
yeah.
we go. It's Discord. Yeah.
We will be sending the link. We will be sending the link out for people to join the Discord, and then you guys, if you guys are familiar with Discord, you already know. But if not, we will be explaining it to people, doing probably watch alongs. But yeah, you guys get the gist, man. You guys get the gist.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Best of
no, big up to you, Victor, man. Appreciate you coming through, man.
Yeah, no worries, bro. See you in a bit. See you in a bit, people.
No, bro. I mean, Omar pretty much gave us his thoughts already on the group, basically.
Yeah.
You basically just get it right there, gave us the food. So I'm gonna go to Prime. Prime, your thoughts on Group E?
Group E.
Yes.
When Algeria won Afcon, right? Were they expected to win it? Were they one of the favorites?
They were one of the favorites, but no one expected them to win it. I think Egypt, Senegal, and Morocco were like rated higher than them. I think they were probably like fourth or fifth.
Because I remember watching it and stuff. For me, I was surprised they won.
No, you know why? But you know why it is, right? It's because really, even though they were in a World Cup in 2014, after 2017, I think they finished bottom of the group, in their group, right? And they didn't qualify for the World Cup. They finished bottom. Remember, they were in the group with Nigeria, Ivory Coast, and Cameroon, I think, right? And you guys finished, and you guys finished top, and they finished bottom of that group. So everyone was kind of looking at Algeria and saying, yeah, they have a good squad, they have a few good talented players, but they have been shit for the past few years. Kind of like where they are now. You understand what I mean, right? Where they have a good squad, but you kind of look at it and you're like, we haven't seen you guys perform in the last two tournaments. So maybe they could win it this year. But yeah, they're kind of where they are now, right now, Prime, where they have a team where they can perform well, but there are other teams that are better than them in this tournament. You feel me? That could beat them.
Yeah.
So,
I think they have to top it just based on like everyone else that's there.
right.
But Burkina Faso and Equatorial Guinea are going to be stubborn sides, but Algeria should still have enough technical quality to be able to top this group. So Algeria top Burkina Faso will end up being second, but I think they'll be a second by just a point, and Equatorial Guinea third.
Okay.
Yes.
I agree.
Cool. Now, I hear you, and it's reasonable as well. Like as of right now, I think the hottest take that we had to buy was ironically in the Nigeria group. Like, hey, man, it is what it is.
The hot take was not from the two Nigerians. Crazy.
No, actually, tell like it was because you said that Nigeria could possibly finish even fourth in this. Like this is
I said no. I stuck with third.
See, this is even a hotter take than me saying Tunisia's first. This is bro. You do know a lot of people. Like if Nigeria, you do know shit will go down in Nigeria if Nigeria finish third.
Yeah, but
I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah,
I'm telling you right now.
Say that, but if we're third, or we're one of the four third best teams, watch Nigerians say, "Oh well, Ivory Coast did it last year or last."
No, you are right. So. No, you are right. But if they do this, I think they can. But
Ivory Coast had host nation. They were the host nation, so they had home advantage. That's what.
All I'm saying is All I'm saying is and even if Nigeria finish third, I'm sorry, disqualify them from this tournament. Do not let them go through. Like
in this group, in this group, bro.
If they finish third, but can you quickly take off the group F because I need to make my dad just quickly called me, so You just
Yeah, let's talk about the last group.
So Group F, guys, the last one in this group. It consists of Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, Cameroon, Mozambique, and Gabon. Obviously, Ivory Coast they hosted the last tournament. They won the last tournament, beating Nigeria in the final. Cameroon, they won Afcon in 2017, I think, the last time they won.
17 they won.
And Gabon, Aubameyang, I think is he suspended for the first game or he's injured for the first game? Because I know he's not.
No. I think he's available for them. I think he is.
He's not
because he had a suspension when he got sent off against Gambia. But
I know for a fact he's not playing the first game.
So so maybe he might be injured.
So maybe there's but yeah, and Mozambique, I don't really know anything about them. But actually you speak on Omar. What do you think of the group? I think that's a tough enough group.
That group for me is
not. I'll tell you right now it's not. Let me tell you why. On paper, the teams in this group make it look tough. But let me tell you right now, Cameroon are crap. Okay, this is the worst Cameroon team. You think Nigeria have problems, bro? Have you seen what's going on with Cameroon?
They are.
I do.
My guy Eto,
bro. Their coach picked a squad.
Two coaches. They have two coaches who picked two squads.
Eto picked a different squad a day later.
Bro, we play, the Afcon starts tomorrow in 2 days, and these guys.
Hey, that's someone's coach. Just say,
it's a mess.
People are saying that Eto didn't call up Abubakar because he doesn't want him to break Eto's record. Hilarious.
Eto,
look, man, whatever it is, it's an absolute mess over there. Right, bro. I'm telling you, man. Like the mess in Cameroon is way worse than Nigeria's, bro. Like because everybody's just fighting everybody, bro. It's just infighting everywhere. You understand what I mean, right? The managers, they don't know who their manager is. This team has been absolutely crap. Let's be real, bro. They were crap. They finished. There's a reason they didn't make it to the World Cup. They were in a group that on paper looked easy, and they somehow finished behind Cape Verde, right? And then they got beaten by Congo. You understand what I mean, right? Like, I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. I see them finishing. I'm telling you right now, because let me tell you this about Gabon, Jez, right? Gabon are a very good, and don't let that defeat against Nigeria fool you, bro. Gabon,
they are very
one of before that, bro. They were one of the form teams in Africa, bro. Like they literally, bro. The whole qualifiers, right? They were in the same group with Cote d'Ivoire and Gambia, right? We actually played well. But if you look at the group stages, you would think we were dog shit, bro, compared to how these two played. Because they were just going band for band. The whole qualifiers.
Gabon's on smoke. They've got a good side, and Aubameyang is on fire.
And Aubameyang is on fire, bro. Aubameyang scored 4 against Gambia, bro. We should have beaten them, bro. We played our best performance against Gabon, right? Right? Yes. And Aubameyang just took over that game. He scored 4 goals, and they won the game 4-3.
You understand what I mean, right? Which the matter thing was, it wasn't very important when the score on that as well. He showed up for that game. I remember
he showed up, and that's the point. Aubameyang is actually showing up for his country. He's actually performing for his country when they need him. You understand what I mean, right? Yes. And the fact that Cameroon are so bad, bro, I don't even see them even finishing second in this group at all. I think Cote d'Ivoire are so. Ivory Coast right now, ever since they won the Afcon, bro, they have not looked back since. They have been absolutely, bro. You talk about teams not considering goals. Prime. In the qualifiers, the Ivory Coast didn't even consider goal either. 0 goals. They were in the same group with Gambia, bro. They did not consider a single goal. That's how good. They won every game without considering a goal.
I was muted because usually since I'm hosting at the moment, I would go first. But you guys are right because you're saying, and this is funny part because when I go to my prediction for this group, and in my opinion at least, this is the group of for me. This is the group of death. Me personally. I'm
telling you, Prime, just I promise you, brother, you're gonna be disappointed, bro. Because you think this group is gonna be what you think this group is gonna be. It's not gonna be that. If Ivory Coast are gonna win, let me finish. Right, Ivory Coast are gonna win this group, right? I
No, I
can
agree.
see them winning
I
all
agree.
3 games.
I agree.
But I'm telling you right now, this is not even going to be one of those things where Cameroon and Gabon fight for like second place, where they both have 4 points and one of them finishes below would go different. No, I think Gabon is going to beat Cameroon and Mozambique, and they're going to finish comfortably second. You understand what I mean? I'm not saying Cameroon are going to get knocked out of the group stages, because I think they still
But
have
yeah,
enough quality to beat Mozambique. But I'm telling you,
not.
man, I think Gabon on form right now. Gabon and Ivory Coast are so much better right now than Cameroon. The
No,
Cameroon are
this is
going
the
to
thing. But this is what was going to go in it, because the reason why I call it the group of death is because I just think on paper at least,
on
obviously
paper,
football's not
yeah.
played on paper. Yeah, football is not played on football is not played on paper, but this is usually what we most of the time go based on most of the time when it comes to deciding which group is the group of life, which group is the group of death, and when it comes to this group, just on paper alone is the group of death.
Mhm.
But I actually agree with you, because my prediction for this group is Cote d'Ivoire first, Gabon second, Cameroon third, and Mozambique last. Quick second, I have to take the call again. You guys continue. Omar, you continue. You or Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Omar, you
So
continue with how you think the group will play out.
I'm telling you, man. Like, here's the thing, man. Like, Cameroon, like you just mentioned, how you just mentioned how like your federation right now, the problem that's happening with Nigeria, how it's going to affect the team. I think that's going to be the same with Nigeria, with Cameroon, but even worse, because Cameroon is just a mess, bro. It's not just like behind the scenes, like the FA is the problem and the players that just do. No, bro. Like, you got 2 managers, because the other manager refuses to leave because apparently he was hired by the government, the higher ups, whoever hired Eto, right? They're the ones who hired him, and they're the only ones that can fire him. So he's refusing to leave. You understand what I mean, right? You have Eto, who's like, I don't care. I've already hired my new manager. That guy has called up his squad. This guy has called up his squad. So everyone's like, okay, so which squad is going to actually participate? You understand what I mean, right? It's all a mess everywhere, and you can see it's affecting the team. Prime, it's affecting the team, bro. Look at how bad the Cameroon have been recently. You can tell, bro. It's really affecting the team, and I think it's going to affect them in this tournament because. Here's the thing, right? If they weren't in a group with such 2 informed teams as Gabon and Ivory Coast, I could see them maybe sneaking and getting second. You understand what I mean, right? And be like, okay, man, like you still have good enough quality to finish second. You understand what I mean, right? But Cote d'Ivoire and Gabon are so good right now that with the mess that Cameroon are in, they're just going to be left to the dust. You understand what I mean? So that's why I think for me, it's honestly, bro, it's not gonna be close. I think Gabon I think Gabon is gonna win this group. I'm sorry, I think Ivory Coast is gonna win this group, and I think Ivory Coast, man, they are, bro,
They're like Senegal, bro. They're like Senegal in terms of the talent.
Dude, I'm telling you, and the best thing is the talent are actually playing. They're actually playing well. Like, bro,
Yes,
they stumble into the right formula. The team is cooking. I think rightfully so, they are one of the favorites. I think really, man, it's between them, Senegal and Morocco. For this Afcon.
You know what the thing? We're gonna go to get there because it's gonna be the last part of the preview, but with the favorites and dark horses. But which is funny part, I think, because obviously it's for people that don't know, a player that was really important for them during the last Afcon, Simon Adingra, he's not part of this Afcon squad for Ivory Coast.
They didn't call him up? Wow.
No, he's not even injured. He just didn't get called up.
Wow.
But I think the most important part, I think one of the big reasons is because somebody else got called up, which is one of the most exciting young prospects currently. Which I look again, another player that I look at for young player of tournament in Jan Doormande from Leipzig.
Yep, I knew it.
Yes, and the thing is, well, he performs for the national team as well. Since he's been getting the call up.
Is who plays for Sporting, right? That's him.
He plays for who?
Sporting Lisbon. Is it him?
No. This is the guy who just like a year or a year and a half was playing non-professional in America.
Okay.
Yeah, like, bro, it's like if you guys are not familiar with Jan Diomande, go and look him up. 90 years old.
I've heard of this kid. I've heard of him.
Yeah, like he's really rated, and no surprise, he started off the Bundesliga. He started off this Bundesliga campaign really well, in his debut season, and his story is crazy as well of even how he even is here and how he's already making it this quickly to the top. With down there, just a year and a half ago was I was a semi-professional at best, I think. So
Damn,
yeah, and
crazy.
Ivory Coast. I don't know how they got another good player, but he has been really good and he plays for Ivory Coast really well as well. So there could be a reason why Adringa didn't get caught up. Weird selection, but they caught up Zaha. Now I call it weird selection only because in recent time I just do not really rate Zaha. But then I do understand seniority, but also the leadership, and I think Zaha is probably very respected in the camp. Or it could be just an FA thing where Saha is like the biggest name, so we gotta call him up. But I don't know. I don't know. This is funny because Saha wasn't part of the last Afcon team, right? I think he was
What's
injured.
that? Who?
Zaha.
Yeah, I don't
I
think
don't think
he was part of the team. I think he might have been injured.
yeah, he was injured. This is funny because they won it when he was injured. Crazy. Crazy. So yeah, did you two give your your predictions for the order of the group, and obviously I was gone for the.
Omar did. I haven't gone.
Yeah,
All right,
go ahead, Brian.
Bram, I'll go. Let you go.
Yeah, I look at the group, and bro, I rate Gabon. I rate them highly, which is what
Me too.
I didn't predict us to even beat them in the semi-final playoff thing. I thought we would
Yeah.
end up losing, and I saw the way they performed.
They should have actually won the game. Like, but some
In
things
the
just didn't
90
go in.
minutes, I agree. Yeah, they should have.
Yeah,
But
in extra
we
time,
wasted a
they
lot
were.
of chances.
So,
But yeah, I think they're one of my dark horses to win this tournament.
yeah, mine
I
too.
don't actually think necessarily they will, but like they are one of my dark horses to like. I can see no reason why they can't get to like a semi-final or something or a quarter. So
Yeah. I think the key part will be Aubameyang's fitness because I was looking up. Apparently, he has a thigh injury. That's why he might be not going to
he's
play.
he's missing the first game, which
Yeah. Let me check.
Let
me check real quick.
The first game's against Cameroon, and to be fair, Cameroon are in a mess.
They're not great. They're not
yeah,
great. Yeah.
So he'll be back for Mozambique, which is the second game, which will be like nothing, and the third game is Ivory Coast. Wow. Ooh.
What a game.
Okay, maybe this might be a wild prediction. I'm gonna say they top the group.
No,
No, I mean anything can happen.
in this group, in this particular group, especially between Gabon and Ivory Coast, is not the wildest shout for because Gabon. You can't ignore how good they've been in the group, especially in the thing as well. They should have actually made it to the World Cup if what didn't happen with team dropping out and then they're losing all the points and stuff like that. It's very unfortunate because they really played like a team that deserved to actually be at the World Cup, and they didn't, which is cruel, but it is what it is. And so I don't even blame you if you said Gabon. My thing is more so about how fit is Aubameyang. If it was like only just like he has a thigh injury, but it's only a short-term injury and it wasn't gonna affect him a lot, then that will be huge. But if this was like a big one and he only just came back recently, or he's trying to play through the pain.
No, I think he'll be. It's only the one game he's missing, and to be fair, the game they're playing is against Cameroon.
Oh, sorry, yeah, I forgot. My bad.
And Cameroon are like in a mess. So I see, like Gabon, worst case scenario, they get a draw. Like I think that's fine. And then they play Mozambique in the second game, and they can blitz Mozambique for goals. And then Ivory Coast on the third game, like maybe it's a draw or something. And then that's 5 points, and you can top it on goal difference from the Mozambique game. Yes. I think there's no reason they can't do that.
No, you have valid reasons to feel that to feel like that. And
I'm going Gabon top. Like that's my one wild prediction for the groups. So Gabon top.
Okay.
Ivory Coast second. Cameroon third.
Yeah, Mozambique last.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Omar, just quickly as well, since I wasn't here, didn't hear it. What was your top four?
I'm going. I'm going with Ivory Coast top, Gabon second, Cameroon third, Mozambique fourth.
Yeah, that was that. To pretty much same as me as well. Nah, definitely looking forward. Definitely looking forward for like whenever Cameroon playing Gabon or Gabon playing Ivory Coast, you get this twist like it's gonna be good games.
Right,
It's gonna be good games.
right.
Or
I hear it.
not maybe not for Cameroon's side, but at least for Gabon Ivory Coast, they will show all this stuff. Yeah. So these were all the groups, all our predictions, all our thoughts on each group. Which is interesting. What we're not gonna do for this show. We're not gonna do the four best third place finishes just
Nah,
because
we'll do that later.
we will do it at a later date. So I think to close out the show, I think it's only fair to say. Let me stop sharing real quick. What like is us doing the favorites and dark horses. So I think just
So
we all give all quick we all going to give quickly our thoughts about. We start off with favorites, I would say, this would make sense. The favorites,
okay.
and
So
then we go to the we go on. Then we got to go for the dark horses. I do say though,
okay.
and I was saying it earlier to Prime. There's I added a different extra category which is between favorite and dark horses. And this is the category where I do not believe that I think that team in between that is the category where I believe the team is very talented, where you could make an argument that they're favorites, but they're not as good as the favorites. But they're also not
Right.
they're not on the level. But there's a gap between those who I put in my dark horses. So if you want to do
Right.
that, you could do that as well. But it's just explaining
What
what I would say.
you mean like dark horses and surprise packages?
Yes, for
So
me,
you
dark
got
horses
the
are
dark horses and the surprise package, like the country that no one kind of expects them to do much, but then they actually do better than
no,
they choose to
no.
do better than many.
What I do have is a category where I have my favorites, then a
Mhm.
category of teams who are not considered favorites, but they're also much better than the dark horses. Or they could, or in my opinion, at least should be
Yeah,
listed.
I know, I know
And,
the tier
yeah,
you're talking about.
yeah,
So
and then later,
so
and
you're
then
talking
after that,
about favorites. Okay, so you're talking about favorites, semi-favorites, dark
and then
horses,
dark horses.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
surprise.
only got three. I only got three for this time out. My bad, people. Yeah, but I have those three that you just mentioned.
It's fine. I feel like having
Yeah,
those categories is fine. Yeah.
yeah, I think
So
it's cool. Yeah, so
okay,
should I
so
just start off? Um,
okay. Oh,
should I
who should
just
start? Me?
should I start off so you get like the twist of where I'm coming from, or
No, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah? Okay, cool. People. So for my favorites for this tournament, I got Morocco, Senegal, and Cote d'Ivoire as my favorites. These are like the three teams that I think that obviously Morocco just being the host nation alone makes you
Mhm.
one of the favorites automatically. Every game is a home game for you. Um, and you can't ignore the time that there's as well have. Like they have a really good squad. And one of the biggest things as well is there's a lot of expectation on them to go and perform as well. Especially um they just came up winning the Arab Cup as well. So I feel like just the vibe. I don't know how much you want to buy into it.
Nah,
I
bro.
believe
I remember. Algeria won that tournament, and then they
yeah,
went to the group. They went to the Afcon and finished bottom of their group. So
yeah, true that, but I would say because you also host the tournament as well. You know what I mean? Is don't get twisted. It's not like a
okay,
big
yeah.
plus.
They
It's not a
hosted.
big. It's not a big plus. But I'm just saying it's like a small, a small good. It's like one of them. It's like an appetizer. It's
No,
a good
I
feeling.
hear, I hear. I
Yeah,
understand what
yeah.
you mean.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. So that's why I have Morocco there, and then I think Senegal and Cote d'Ivoire. I think they extend both of these extend each other for themselves because we had the conversation earlier in terms of just the quality and depth that they have, but also teams that the two last teams who actually won the last two Afcons as well, but also still got enough of um experienced players who've been there, but also got actually added to the quality on top of that. As Prime early mentioned earlier, for example, for Senegal, Mamadou Sarr, who was a really good centre back for Strasbourg, future Chelsea centre back. And when I was mentioning about Cote d'Ivoire, somebody like Yan Diamondo, who's an exciting young winger who is also performing well for the nation. So these three are my favorites. Now to the second category, which I mentioned earlier, are the teams that I think I do not consider them favorites, but they are legit contenders for it. So I got South Africa, Okay, this is
No,
why
no,
this
no,
might be
go
one.
ahead, go ahead.
Nah, this is because I was in a hurry as well when I was doing this as well. So I'm trying to
Mhm.
rethink as well. I got South Africa, I got Egypt, I got DR Congo. These are the
Okay,
three teams that I have for that category. And
okay.
I go quickly to the dark horses in it. And for dark
Mhm.
horses, I have Fire's not gonna like it. I have Nigeria as my dark horse. I got and I know it's funny because we had the conversation about Cameroon just now.
No,
I
please,
have
please. Go
Cameroon.
ahead.
I have Cameroon as my dark horse, and only if things actually somehow go their way. Only if
Okay,
they go their way, considering how much of a mess they are. If things go their way, they are a dark horse. Burkina Faso obviously going to be a dark horse for me, and Gabon, as I mentioned earlier, are one of my dark horses. So these are my favorites, but not favorites, and my dark horses.
okay.
All right, come on, I'm gonna let you go first. So your
So,
favorites, yeah, go.
so you know what? I know you give 3 categories, but I have 2 more categories I want to add if you don't mind. Right?
You
It's
can do
not
it.
gonna.
It's your list, man. You
Okay,
can do it.
so in my favorites, right, I have 3 that I think really are the biggest favorites to win in this, and that's Morocco, Senegal, and Cote d'Ivoire. I think these 3 teams are just they're clearer of all the other teams, but also they have more stability than the other teams. You understand what I mean, right? As far as
Yeah,
like form coming into this tournament, where I can actually call together and say, yeah, you guys are more the likeliest to win the Afcon, one of the 3 of you. You understand what I mean, right? So, yeah, that's what I'm going for. Now, semi favorites is an interesting one because semi favorites, I'll put Egypt there, right? Nigeria, because of all their mess, I'm gonna put them there too. You understand what I mean? Because they still have a good
yes,
quality squad that could still win the Afcon, even despite all their mess. You understand what I mean, right?
yes.
And I'm trying to take a look, right? And I'll
Go
probably
over it.
if Algeria play to their best, right?
Yeah,
I'll put them as my favorites too, right? Because I think if they
yeah,
play to their best, they can really, really go far in this tournament. You understand what I mean? Right now, dark
yeah,
horses. I'm going with Mali because Mali have a very good team. I'm
yeah,
going with South Africa. I'm gonna go with DR Congo and Gabon. So one of those 4 teams, or maybe 2 of those 4 teams, I could see these guys having good runs. You understand what I mean? Like in this AFCON.
yeah,
Surprise package. This is the one I'm adding in. Surprise
yeah,
package, right? The team that no one is expecting to do well, even if they don't go far, but they're gonna do something. They could do something in this tournament, right? I'm
yeah.
going with potentially um I can see Comoros maybe getting out of the group again, potentially, right? And maybe they could reach
I
the
mean,
round of 16, which will be for
one
them.
thing they do is they always surprise people, so it's possible.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm trying to look at the other groups, right? I don't think Cote d'Ivoire are gonna I don't think these guys are gonna finish bottom, but okay, so Uganda is one of my surprise packages because I said they would finish second. Remember, I
Yeah,
said
you
they
did
would
say
finish
that.
second
Yes,
ahead of Tunisia. I'm gonna
yes,
put them as my surprise package. So, maybe they might surprise people and actually get out of the group and finish second. So who knows? You understand what I mean, right?
yes,
Yeah. So those are my 2 that I kind of look at. I'm like, well, maybe if these 2 out of the other countries, really, I don't see any of them really doing as much. You understand what I mean, right? I look at those 2 and I think they're the likeliest to do something. And maybe Angola,
have
if
you mentioned
Angola, maybe Angola could do what they did 2 years ago and perform well, then their group could be very interesting with South Africa and Egypt there if they perform well
yes?
in that group too, right?
Did
They
you
could
mention
if they finish top of that group. If Angola finish top ahead of South Africa and Egypt, I think that they would be the surprise package for me. You understand what I mean? If they actually finish ahead of those
no,
two, okay?
it
Yeah,
definitely would be.
yeah.
Just quick
So
question.
and for
Did you
me,
mention?
yeah, this is final flop. The flop of the tournament. I'm going 1 Cameroon. I think Cameroon are gonna flop in this tournament. Yeah, there
No,
we go.
that's fair enough. Just quickly, did you mention Burkina Faso as one of the dark horses? Or
That's a good one. Thank you for
yeah,
reminding me.
yeah,
I
because
knew
I
I was
do know
forgetting one of the dark horses.
I know a lot of
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
people's
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Thanks for reminding me. So yeah, South Africa, DRC, Gabon, and yeah, and Burkina Faso and Mali as well.
Okay.
So yeah, those 5
Mali,
teams.
Mali.
Watch out for those 5 teams. Watch out for those
Yes.
5 teams. They're gonna be more of a problem than many people expect if they perform.
No, that is. I ain't got no objection with what you said, to be honest. Like the Uganda one obviously is based on how your group will go, but even the surprising part about the Uganda show, when I called them third, when I was doing my predictions, I was thinking that Uganda possibly could be actually one of the 4 third place finish teams anyways. So I could see Uganda the next one, even if they finish third. But that's a whole different conversation, which we will have in another stream, as I mentioned earlier. So Prime, to finish off with you, who are your favorites, semi-favorites, dark horses? Shit, even if surprises, like again, depending, or if you only want to do favorites or dark horses, that's completely fine as well.
Me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, you.
My favorites. I'm still gonna stick. Egypt,
'Cause I know
Senegal.
Egypt.
Yeah, Egypt, Senegal are gonna be my 2. Teams I'm expecting to go far. South Africa, Morocco, I'll say, even though I don't rate Morocco as highly as everyone else does, but they are a good side and they're at home, so I expect them to still go far. Dark horses, Gabon. That's really wait. Dark horses, Gabon.
If you want me to, I can bring up the table again real quick.
No. I have it here because I'm looking at it myself.
Cool.
Gabon.
Okay, cool.
Could DR Congo be a dark
list, bro.
horse? I'm not entirely sure.
I think
DR Congo be a dark horse? Maybe.
You know, it's a weird one because I think a lot of people right now do rate DR Congo. That's why I didn't call them a dark horse.
Yeah, but like I'm thinking they're not as good as like the other teams who could like go far and win it though.
You see that's why, and this is why I was making that's why I made the category just before the dark horses, because I feel a category between dark horses and favorites. Because I feel like
big up Omar. Guys, subscribe to Omar's channel.
I do have to do. Yeah. But listen, guys, I'm really going to be doing watch along Afcon, so I will be joining in some of the watch alongs if I can. But yeah, appreciate you guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell. You have WhatsApp, right?
Yeah, I have WhatsApp for sure.
Prime has yeah, someone is gonna add you to the Afcon group as well, so you will be
no problem.
What games we will do, yeah. And people always make sure, as you can see on Omar's handle, Omar Talks Football. Come on, I picked the rebrand. I picked the rebrand, man. I remember the Omar Omar Talks Football, man. Come on, bro. Come on, man. People, make sure you subscribe, man. Support the man, man. You already know, man. Come on, man.
All right, man. Big up to you guys. Appreciate you guys.
Big up, love, man. All right. Nah, man. Appreciate you jumping on this one, man.
No, absolutely, man. Anytime. All right, man.
Come on. All right, so yeah, Prime. I think because we were just speaking about
I was talking about my
the list here.
Teams that I think can like have a surprising tournament. Uganda, I'm sticking because like I have them second in my prediction for Nigeria's group. And I'm following a lot of like I follow the Ugandan national team and stuff and a few of their pages, bro.
Yep.
Just I don't know what it is, but like just the vibes and everything from that camp. I don't know why, but something tells me that like that the Afcon thing will happen and they'll get out and they'll do something.
Just go on the good thing. It's funny enough because you know the funny thing about Uganda was a weird one where I felt like they're not good enough. I didn't feel they're good enough to finish second, but they are good enough to make an upset.
Yeah, but that's the thing. No, the thing is they're because of how bad I expect Nigeria to be, that means that they could finish second.
Yes.
It's right there for them to do it. That's so. Yeah, Uganda. I'm also gonna say Burkina Faso because,
Yeah.
like, funny enough, they're not viewed as a big nation or anything, but they've got an Afcon.
It's kind of weird because it is kind of weird because I feel like when it comes to Burkina Faso, I feel like people only talk about them the moment they go into an Afcon and then say, look at them, what they did in the last Afcon and the Afcon before that. But
Yeah,
you are right though. You are right though. They should be actually talked about a lot better. But I don't know, maybe because you know what it is? Probably because they do not have as many starstruck players on their rosters, maybe on the teams. Hence why.
oh yeah.
I-
But
they do have a lot of good players, but I'm talking about like the standouts like Cote d'Ivoire has Sangara, Ahmad, and all these type of guys. With Burkina Faso, you only people will probably recognize maybe if they may be lucky as well. With a guess, some people I know would say, Tapsoba is Burkina Faso. Like there was some people, he's Burkina Faso guy, plays for Burkina Faso. Like some people would be surprised by it if they would know Tapsoba the player because he plays in Bundesliga Leverkusen. He has played Champions League, was part of the league winning season, but they wouldn't know that it's Burkina Faso. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. I think, yeah, them getting out of their group. 1 second. Yeah, Burkina Faso getting out. Botswana, I have finishing third, right? So, like, if they're one of the top four third best places, best teams, they could be. Yeah, I'll also include them as like a shock team because no one expects them to do that either.
No,
But yeah,
100%.
like
No,
it's,
that would be
I don't know.
surprising.
I think after maybe match day 2, we should try and like see who gonna be the 4 third best teams are.
No, that would be a good idea because I think by then, because there would have been 2 games played, we have an idea of the teams and how they look. So
Yeah,
because that's what I was thinking. Should we do it or should we not do it? Because yes, we could do it, but I feel like it's also really hard to predict because goal difference will matter as well in the end of the day. And head to head, I don't do they do it head to head? No, they don't. It's just goal difference first, and then
yeah.
yellow
And plus,
cards, all that type of stuff.
most of the big games in the group are all going to be played in match day 2.
Yes,
So
yeah, the majority of them.
yeah, yeah. So guys, stay tuned to the channel. Obviously, it starts on Sunday, so the first game will be on Sunday.
Yes.
But we'll be doing games all. I'm pretty sure we'll be covering every single game, or at least I'll be able to anyway, because I'll be at home. I made sure I got time off for Afcon.
Afcon,
so yeah, I'll do as much as I can anyway. And the group match day 1 ends on the 24th, and then match day 2 starts on the 26th. So I don't know, maybe it depends on everyone else's like schedules and stuff, if they're even bothered. But on Christmas Day, maybe we'll do a match day 1 review / match day 2 preview, depending if everyone's like,
it is around,
or even if it's just like you and me. I don't mind.
I don't mind too because I know because on that day I might be with family, but I should be back home in evening times, like 8, 9. So them times I should be back home. So we could definitely do a show. Then.
Yeah. But yeah,
even with watch along, like what you said as well, like because I have holidays right now, so I'm off.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if I sometimes can do some of the games, lives, having to look over nieces and stuff like that, relatives. But I should be there for the majority as well, bar maybe the early kickoffs. I don't know who 4:30 was right, but shame on you, man. You should have done it at least 1 o'clock. Like 12:30 is crazy, or 1:30. But yeah, man. But I should be there for hopefully for the majority.
Yeah. No. Yeah. But yeah. Is there anything else you want to go through, Jez? Or no?
This is was it. I was maybe just thinking about maybe key players for each country, but then let's be honest, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that for some countries I had to look it up because I'm not familiar with everybody. So I was like, you know what, um, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it at that. Especially we are 2 hours 32 minutes in as well. So I feel like I think we discussed a lot, you know. I think
Yeah.
I think we discussed a lot. So yeah, Prime. So I think we're gonna leave it here. Prime, any closing thoughts before I give mine?
No, not really. Thanks everyone for
Mhm.
tuning in, and yeah, like we said, we're going to be doing watch along. So on the extra channel, and if you live in England, or in the UK, the game will be on ITV, right? Free to watch on ITV.
Channel
And
4.
Channel 4. And if you don't live in the UK and you may not be able to watch it wherever you are in the world or anything, we have a Discord, so you can always join the Discord, our Discord server, and will be the games that we're live for, which is probably the vast majority of them anyway. You can hop in the Discord and you can be synced up with us, because playback is just not a thing anymore, which is unfortunate.
Yeah,
But yeah, it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. It's a shame we're not going to get a Jez crash out. But you know,
Hey, you know what the funny part is as well is somebody in my spirit in this funny part. That Spurs group chat, there is no Africans in there. It's like you're British people, English people, all support Spurs. Actually, tell her there's one American and one South Korean, um, who support Spurs as well. And one of them asked me, "Yo, which group is Ghana?" And I was like, "You guys, you guys do not even have any connections to the Afcon, and I'm getting these messages from them." But then again, those people know. But those people know the last two previous edition of Afcon. Yeah, I crushed out with that motherfucker.
yeah,
Like
man.
I crushed out.
Bro. When we what do you call it? When we lost the Congo, I had Americans messaging me saying, "What's going on in Nigeria?" Like, niggas, focus on your country, bro.
But I'm saying like, bro, like Marshall is like Chilean or Peruvian or whatever it is, bro. Like, what the fuck is the fuck are they doing in Copa America?
Like, bro, you've got
Ah,
Trump's your president and Poch is your manager. Focus on your own country, bro.
that's like that's what I'm saying. 'Cause, like,
Don't
this is
talk
I was
about
like,
Nigeria.
this is what I was getting from some of them. Man. That's like, yo, like, you get focus on what your own federation and confederation and all that nonsense, but nah, you people are jokes. But like Prime said, there ain't gonna be no crush outs from me this time. The only way you guys see a crush out is if Nigeria wins the tournament. That's the only way it can possibly happen. Until then, there's probably
If
not
Nigeria win, we're not winning it, bro.
not it's like I said, if
Hey,
because
you know
again,
what? I won't. I like Nigeria. No, Nigeria won't make me crash out this tournament. Like, I'm fine because I know we're not getting out anyway. And even if we
I know
do,
you.
I won't crash out. The only thing I will crash on is on any of the fans supporting this nonsense. But in terms of the
See,
actual team, I
see,
won't crash
this is
out.
where you might crash out is when Nigeria do something unexpected and then Nigeria start talking about shit and you get angry about the fact that they get excited for nothing.
No, but
This
I'll be
might
angry. No, but I'll be angry at the fans, not the players.
no, this is what I mean. This is where you will have to crash on the fan, not on the team because you expect the team to do shit. Yeah. This is what I mean. So
Yeah, because people will get gas with expectations, and then I'll have fucking the whole sarcasm chat. People here in the live chat will be being like, "Prime, what happened to Nigeria? I thought they were going to win it."
Nah, it's the funny because the funny part is here because I know during the last Afcon, I crushed up so much that I started cussing all the Ghanaians, bro. Like I was going mad. I called, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. I said, yo, Ghanaians, I called them egg munchers. I did. because with the shit that they were saying going into the tournament, because I remember we was doing well going into the tournament, and you even and bro, I even crashed out on you. I remember I was that mad because you was trying to convince me all the time pre-tournament. Ghana, yo, you hating, you overhating, and all that type of stuff. No, obviously, you didn't say overhating, but I know before the tournament you was trying to gas me up into believing the hype because you were saying how well we was doing as well. You was part of it.
About what?
You was part of the people that were saying, "Yo, look how good Ghana was looking coming into the Afcon. They can do something." I remember.
No. I said you guys can be dark horses because of your squad, your individuals.
Exactly.
I didn't speak about how well you looked going into the tournament.
Nah, but you was still gassing. Like, even if you call us dark horses, for me that's gassing it up because.
But I wasn't gassing. Hey, Jez, you said the same thing about Nigeria.
Yeah, see, but you know the difference is here. If you call me all on it, that's fine. I can say I was wrong in it because I will shamelessly admit, man, I was wrong, man.
And Jez, I said I was wrong when you guys didn't get out of your group. I said I was wrong.
You did. I know you did, but you know me the best. I will always remind you that you tried to gas me up.
I know I didn't try and gas you up. I was just speaking like your individuals.
I know.
Because Jez, you said the same thing about Nigeria, and I said to you, you know what, you're right, but I don't agree with it.
But you know what it is? It's just my character. I'm still gonna get pissed about it because I didn't even believe people was dark horses. This is the thing. I didn't even believe that. You believe it was dark horses.
You didn't believe you were dark horses. You didn't believe
no. I did not. This is why I was so angry.
Hold on, Jez, hold on. You didn't believe you were dark horses. You guys were just black.
Bro, what do we always say, man? We're not the Black Stars. We're just black, bro.
Yeah, fine.
This is what I'm trying to say. And by the way, Semenyo, you're super lucky. Semenyo, you are super lucky that there's no Afcon because people do not know how shit this guy plays for Ghana, bro. Like he's not been horrific. Semenyo, because
he's bad for Ghana.
Yeah, he's not good for Ghana. He's not horrific, but he's bad for Ghana. He's not to the standard that he should be playing for, like he does for Bournemouth. And the reason why I'm saying he's lucky that he's not playing in this Afcon is because, boy, his stocks would have gone down. His stocks would, because you saw him. You saw he's linked to Liverpool, Man City. So, so imagine if he would have gone to this Afcon and then performed bad. Bro, his stock would have, like, people would have said, nah, you know what, don't bring him. So you know what? You should be happy that Ghana is not going into this tournament. Like his stocks will remain at where they are at the moment. Because if he would have gone to this Afcon, the menu it would have been looked long. Because honestly, he's not been as bad as I make it out to be, but I expected a lot more in it.
Mm.
So Brian gave Brian gave you his closing words. Let me give my quick closing words because I'm looking forward again for another Afcon 2025 this time around, being able to do it with the Mandem. You guys will see the likes of Marcel, Prime, Mike's. I feel so bad. What was Mike's channel name again? My bad.
GVO Mike's. Subscribe. Mike's is bro. He's a Ugandan, and his prediction is Uganda must win Afcon. I heard him say it.
I heard him say this. I was dying. So yeah, people, you can see Mike. Go over there.
Subscribe to him because if Uganda don't make it out of this group, hey, the crash out for Mike will be amazing.
Yeah, like this is like I know why you're saying this. The only happy that he can get from potentially get from football because West Ham ain't doing shit right now. Like.
Nah, but he's already West Ham have won a European trophy. If Uganda win Afcon, he's completed football.
Nah, he did. Like he definitely would have completed football. But you get what I mean. If I'm talking about from a Cohen standpoint, West Ham are like, I don't know what the hell they're doing right now in West Ham. So if you see Uganda somehow win an Afcon, bro, he probably
he'll stop watching football, bro. He'll stop.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like I sacrificed this West Ham season for Uganda Afcon. I would tell people I would sacrifice Tottenham in the heartbeat for if Ghana could go and win the Afcon
would
next
you
time.
A Tottenham relegation?
I would if Ghana wins the Afcon. I would relegate Tottenham. I go as far as that.
This guy,
bro, because you know what it is here. I'm also worried about the fact that because you know me, I have this one thing over Nigeria that we have 4 Afcons. Nigeria has 3. The moment Nigeria gets to the equal, because I know we ain't gonna win shit because we how terrible we are as a nation trying to
Yeah, but
actually
we're
be a
not gonna,
serious
bro.
football.
We're not gonna get to 4.
But you know what? It's just a 4. It shouldn't even be a 4 to me. This is the thing, but it is. So it worries me. So that's why I say yes. I would sacrifice. I would take a Tottenham relegation if that means Ghana wins an Afcon in my lifetime. Also, which is also another reason. I've never seen Ghana actually win an Afcon, even though I speak about them winning 4. No, I do the Real Madrid. I do the Real Madrid thing when they have like 16 Champions League. But I promise you, most of their fans only saw like 3 at most.
Yeah. So
I
you're
think
gonna.
the Pistons.
But if Nigeria wins this one, if we win 4, but you're still gonna talk shit and be like, it doesn't matter. We did
No,
it first.
I'm gonna talk shit, but it's gonna make it harder because, like, I can't. I can't talk like I'm the biggest nation because we don't equal Afcon. Like,
Bro,
something has to change.
you're a smart man. You'll figure it out.
No, I will figure some. 100% I will figure something out, but it doesn't give me the leverage. You know what I mean? Like, I can be as because whatever happens in the argument, I can always fall back to it. If Nigeria equal us on Afcon, I can't fall back on it anymore. Like, this can't be my last resort card. Like, no, Yu-Gi-Oh is the trap card. Yeah, this is my last resort right there. So, nah. So yeah, people obviously, but yeah, to continue what I was saying as well. So obviously go GVO TV. Please, people, go out there and subscribe to the brother Mike's, and he will be there. Some of the Ugandan watchdogs, maybe also some other ones as well. You guys saw earlier, Omar talks football now. The rebrand. I peeped it, but Omar, Barcelona fan as his football club, and obviously Gambian, but Gambia is not in the tournament. And people, make sure before you go out, like and subscribe to Sarcasm City Extra, by the way, because this is where we will be doing the watching on YouTube, Sarcasm City Extra, Sarcasm City TV Extra. And no, people, because we got that last Afcon, and I'm gonna remind you, people, we will not show the game on stream. As Prime said, we will sort out with the Discord and people for people who do not have Channel 4 in their countries, because it's for British countries only. Channel 4. So yeah, you guys will get an idea of it. And also, I quickly want to quickly say as well, thank you to Flores as well for allowing us to do again another Afcon tournament, because as mentioned before, some people are not maybe as invested to the tournament as others are because they're not African. But me, the likes of me, Omar, Prime, Victor, and etc. We all very invested into this tournament, and you guys know about the African beef. It's crazy. So even when there's no Afcon, even leading to this Afcon, I remember me and Victor, we was just going mad. We was going mad on one of the Q&As, not just too long ago.
Bro, I'll be real, bro. That's like half of the reason people are invested, just because of the beef.
The beef, bro.
Just that alone,
The
bro.
beef.
The drama.
Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, and Flores was even saying like, bro, I can't wait for Afcon. Like they were saying, like Flores, he's not even here for the football. Like he's here for the beef.
Bro, exactly. Hey, listen, I'm happy Ghana aren't there, but hey, for the beef, if you want beef, Ghana should be here.
That would have been crazy. That would have been crazy. Like bro, Flores wasn't on streams like that during the last Afcon, but made sure to pull up for the final not even for the watch the game, but at the end when Nigeria went out, just to tell Prime to hold it. Like bro, this is whole Afcon represents hate, beef, anger, chaos, and this is why we lost the tournament. There's no Euros hype, man. Euros hype. That's all I gotta say, man. So yeah, big thank you for Flawless again, as always, for letting us do this. And we're gonna be, as Prime mentioned multiple times,
Look at him in the chat,
doing
dickhead, bro.
Hey, come on, Flawless, come on, man. Like, tell him again. We're gonna be there on Nigeria's downfall again.
Look at him laughing. Don't you have a snow bunny to be laid up with? Why are you watching the stream, bro?
We will be there.
Man. Go back to your
No, but you do know, like, the day Nigeria could probably go out, the day Nigeria could probably go out, in the tournament, I will try to actually have to make sure that we have Ghanaian Jollof there. I will. Like my dad actually did.
Bro, your camera's never on, so who cares?
You know what I would do? You know what I do? I would switch to my laptop just for that, just to show you that I actually did the jollof. That's what I told you, bro. We go on the next level of shameless. Like, bro, I told you, I will be a hater. Like, I will be generally hating. Like, it's
Okay,
crazy.
so when Ghana at the World Cup and you get knocked out of the World Cup, I can bring my Nigerian jollof then, yeah?
No, bro, you do you in it. Like I said, it's the Wild Wild West man on Tackle City TV. Like, you already know. Like, you already know, bro. Like, this is the Wild Wild West. Like, if you give, you gotta take it as well. Pause. But is what it is, man. And obviously, yeah, but come on, man. Big up Floyd and big up you, man. Excellent live stream, man. Come on, man. We appreciate you for even giving us the platform to do this, man. So, yeah, as Prime also said it, many watch alongs. There will be a lot of games that will be covered. Um, there might be some games that will not be covered because of schedule reasons. Everybody got lives. We got our lives, but me and Prime, the majority of the times we could be there for most games, depending on my schedule as well. So yeah, I think we ended here. I think we discussed everything. We had the banter, we had the seriousness. Um, as I told you guys as well, like, subscribe, make sure to put your notification on as well because you do not want to miss the notifications when we go live. Because if you're gonna go and miss the notification, and then all of a sudden it's the 90th minute in a crazy game, and you was wondering, hey, I didn't know you guys were live because maybe you didn't put on your notification bell, and then you missed all our reactions. No, all of a sudden, instead of having, and because we're not gonna put a remix out there of all our reactions to each goal and shit like that. It's not just gonna happen. So, and I'm sure you do not want to go back and a good 1.5, 2 hour live stream of us watching the whole game. Like, you guys, so make sure have the notifications on so you do not pull up late, not realizing there won't even a live stream or a watch along there. Because yes, we will do a watch along. So yeah, people, this is me. Just big up to you, Prime. Big up to Omar. Big up to Victor, and big up to everybody who has been in the chat that we saw throughout the stream as well. And this has been your Afcon 2025 preview and prediction stream. Big up, people.
Big up. Where's Ghana? Where's their